The girl came to meet a man she had a crush on. She didn't expect to see a marriage contract in front of her. The guy is the Grand Duke of the Empire, and he knows how the girl really feels about him. She was transported into her favorite novel. She liked reading the story about the Duke who was a sweetheart with only one person. The girl has taken over the body of the story's villain, and she is supposed to die in the middle of the events. According to the plot, this heroine was in love with the crown prince, which is why she tormented his true love and was killed by his own hands. She thought she was doomed until she realized she was still alive and had a good place in society. Lily decided to change history in order to avoid death. She had to tell her father that she was in love with the Duke. The girl missed an important detail. She will have to communicate with the Duke alone. She didn't take into account the fact that because of one word from her father could do anything. The man organized the wedding after his daughter said that she liked the Duke and that he would do everything for his beloved Lily. The girl wanted to see the Duke in person when she read the novel. Her dream came true. She understands that they are not destined to be together, that the Duke must be with another heroine. Tyler wants to know the reason why the girl committed such a terrible act. He knows that the girl has been in love with the crown prince for 10 years. The guy clarified that everyone in the Empire knows about it. Lily must explain the reason why she developed feelings for the Duke. She sees that the guy is uncomfortable around her. She noticed that there was a bouquet on the table. The girl recognized this unique flower. The guy was invincible, but he had one weakness: he was allergic to these flowers. Tyler didn't pay attention to them until the girl grabbed them. Lily wouldn't let anything harm her pet, so she threw the flowers out into the street. The guy wonders how the girl found out about his allergy. She did everything to make him feel better. Lily realized that she had been caught. She had to lie and say that everyone in the Empire was talking about his allergy. The girl can't tell him that she learned everything from the novel, so she had to make up a story. Tyler didn't believe her. He didn't show it and continued talking about the rumors. Lily asks him to return to the previous topic. She does not want to talk about flowers anymore. The guy wants to know how long ago the girl started feeling something more for him. The girl told him about the evening when they met at the ball, and she had a chance to change her destiny. Tyler doesn't attend such events. He catches the girl in a lie. Lily tries to wriggle out of it and come up with a place for their first meeting. She can't fool the guy. She makes up different places that he hasn't actually visited. Tyler has a good memory. He clearly remembers where he spent his time. Lily had to say that she no longer remembers when she fell in love with the guy because it was a very long time ago. The girl is sure that she still loves the guy. She is trying to convince him of this. She said that she fell in love not only with the guy's appearance, but also with his ability to achieve greatness everywhere. Lily mentioned that the Duke is the most talented among all the nobles. Tyler listened attentively to the girl. He decided to stop her, since she was not against their imminent engagement. He had no intention of offending the girl. Now he needs to go about his business. Lily watched him as he mentioned their marriage contract. Tyler warned that their engagement would become irreversible once he left the mansion. He won't cancel it if the girl starts begging him to break all the agreements. Lily couldn't stand properly while the guy was next to her. Her legs gave way. The Duke caught her. He reacted quickly so that the girl would not get hurt. There was silence between them. The guy wasn't going to let her go. Lily asked for forgiveness. She didn't want to fall in front of him and let him down. She explained that she got tangled in her dress, which is why she was unable to walk normally. The girl was not injured. Tyler is glad he managed to catch the girl. He didn't want her to get hurt. Lily couldn't believe that she had met her favorite character, that she had been able to touch him, and that they were now engaged. She recalled every phrase of the guy, in which she recognized the words of the obsessed hero. The girl changed her plan in the future. She knows that the Duke himself will call off the engagement because he will fall in love with another. Lily will be able to enjoy the life of a Duke's daughter. She will not have any problems. A luxurious life awaits her. Jenna came to the girl with news. She was on good terms with her. The maid brought a newspaper with an article about the girl and the Grand Duke. Lily did not expect it to happen so quickly. The girl liked how well she went with the guy, and the journalists chose good photos. She thinks that her appearance is the best in the Empire, but because of her actions, this heroine was left on the sidelines. Jenna couldn't calm down because Lily stopped thinking about the crown prince. The maid admitted that she never liked what the girl thought about the prince. She reminded her how terribly His Highness treated her. Jenna couldn't stop thinking about it, her heart breaking for the girl's suffering. Lily understands the prince's behavior because not everyone will tolerate being stuck with a girl they are not interested in for years. Jenna began to worry about the girl because she admitted to her strange behavior. The girl knows that because of her, the prince got into unpleasant situations. He can breathe a sigh of relief because of her engagement to the duke. Lily was not ready to meet the prince. A new contract lay before her. Kyle came to her with a marriage contract. He remembers that the girl has had feelings for him for many years. She wanted to correct the original story, but things didn't go as planned and the story changed completely. Kyle realizes that the situation looks strange. He asks the girl not to worry. He came here with a firm intention. He knows how much the girl wanted to marry him, and he is ready to fulfill this. Lily got engaged to the duke on purpose to avoid getting involved with the prince. She doesn't understand what's going on. The girl is afraid that all her efforts are in vain and a painful death awaits her. She can't lose her second life. Lily can't let that happen. Kyle wanted to see that the girl was happy with his proposal. He heard that she was engaged to someone else. Lily started calling the duke by his first name ever since she fell in love with him, despite how the prince treated him. The girl tried to pretend she wasn't lying. The guy tried to catch her out. Kyle knows the girl has always loved him. It was written all over his face. Lily reminded him that feelings can change and that she had decided to let go of a guy with whom she had no future. The prince thought that the girl would be happy with his proposal, but he did not expect to be refused. Tyler can increase his power if he obtains the girl's powerful duchy. Kyle understands that his position is under threat. He wants to hear the truth from the girl. Lily assures him that she will not return to the prince. The girl will love only Tyler. The girl didn't expect that she would be able to irritate the prince if she spoke about the duke. The girl will not tolerate being shouted at. She explained once again that she is engaged to another man. Kyle didn't expect the lady to yell at him. He was scared of her. The guy wants to know when Lily fell in love with another, when she always had her eyes on the prince. Lily doesn't like that the prince allows himself to call the duke names. He decided to find out when they met. The girl said that she met the duke by chance and immediately fell in love with him. She didn't expect that the person she was talking about would hear her speech. Jenna didn't have time to warn her about the duke's arrival. Tyler began to think that it was possible to fall in love with him at first sight. He appeared unexpectedly. His appearance can play into the girl's hands. Tyrell thinks the girl is dressed inappropriately in the presence of another man. Kyle sat aside. The prince listened as the duke asked the girl not to let uninvited guests into her home. Tyler pointed out that it was rude to barge in on his fiancée. Until the very end, Kyle did not believe that the duke was engaged to his mistress. The duke asked the prince not to appear in his woman's house anymore, noting that their wedding would take place very soon. The guys started arguing among themselves. Kyle reminded that the girl always loved him, but Tyler knows that now she loves him. The girl did not expect that the duke would show interest in her, that he would touch her, that he would defend her in front of the prince. She couldn't believe that her favorite character would treat her in such a way that she would become his favorite. Kyle had to leave them because his mother was waiting for him and was worried about him. He asks not to forget him. The guy will return to finish his speech. Earlier in the story, the prince hated the girl and could not be in the same room with her. Lily doesn't understand at what point the guy started acting differently compared to the original story. She began to think that the prince didn't like that she had turned her attention to someone else. Tyler wasn't going to leave. The girl decided to ask why the duke returned to her. She thought that he had forgotten something. Their conversation was interrupted by a fiery bird appearing in the sky. The guy realized that this bird was the girl's diploma project. Lucky is a fire phoenix created by Lily's magic. In this world, nobles possess elemental magic to protect mortals from monsters. According to the original story, the duke possessed more than 2 elements due to his origin. The prince was also a member of the royal family, so, like the duke, he had several elements. It was strange for Lily to see that Lucky accepted the duke, that he obeyed him. The guy suggested that the girl go to Paran so that she could hone her skills. Lily couldn't help but think that this place was for people like the guy who were obsessed with fighting monsters. She started asking for forgiveness. The girl didn't want to offend the guy. The girl didn't understand at what point the guy started to think that she didn't like him spending time outside the home. He heard people talking about his obsession. The guy promises the girl that after their wedding he will stay in the estate. Lily was pleased to hear that the guy was not going to spend time away from his wife. Tyler asked the girl to choose a date for their wedding. He gave her options. Aiden is glad to see the duke. He was waiting for his return. Tyler discussed all the matters with the girl and returned home. The Duke wanted to visit his bride. He didn't care that using the portals cost money. Aiden asked the guy again about his intentions to marry the girl. He doubts that this is the right decision. The guy explains his desire by saying that the girl has feelings for him, so he is organizing the wedding. He realizes that Lily's feelings for him are not entirely a lie. Lily is the talent of the Empire. She can control any fire. She can give new life. The guy had his eye on her because her abilities would be useful to him, so he immediately agreed when the engagement proposal came. He was struck by the girl's frankness. He noticed how she blushed because of his actions. The Duke noted the girl's charm and enjoyed watching her. He noticed that the girl had treated the Crown Prince rudely, her feelings for him had changed, and the Duke had no intention of breaking off the engagement. Lily can't go back. She chose her path. Tyler chose her, so he won't give her up. The girl thought, she tried to change the original story, but she managed to change her own destiny. Lily doesn't understand why the guy treats her with all the tenderness, when in the original he didn't pay attention to girls. She knows that the guy will fall in love with the main character, which will force her to disappear. The girl was worried about this. She needed to calm down, because this would not happen soon. She couldn't escape her connection with the Crown Prince, so she went back to the very beginning. Lily needs to change her character's ending, so she needs to come up with a new plan. She can become the best friend of the Duke's future lover, so she can avoid death. Jenna took the girl to the clothing store. She noted that Lily used to love this activity, but now she didn't want to be there. Lily noted that the outfits here are good. She is asked to be patient. Another girl appeared in the room, and Lily noticed her. Lily recognized her as Rachel, who is Tyler's fiancée from the original story. The girl is the Count's daughter and is the main character of the original story. Lily couldn't believe she was seeing Rachel in person. She looked at every detail. She greeted the girl. Her status allows her not to be polite. Rachel admitted that she had long wanted to meet her, and she was glad to do it in such a place. Lily was glad that her favorite heroine wanted to meet her. She didn't show it. Rachel returned the Duke's handkerchief to the girl, and Lily was surprised because she didn't know they had already met. She remembers that their first meeting was supposed to happen in the future. Rachel felt awkward keeping the Duke's handkerchief, so she decided to return it to the girl. She felt it would be awkward to return it to the Duke in person after the engagement was announced, so she wanted to find his future wife. There were rumors in history about Lily's incredible jealousy. She did not leave anyone who dared to look at her lover. Lily mocked Rachel because the Crown Prince glanced at her. Rachel doesn't want any misunderstandings to arise, so she decides to return the girl's property herself. Lily was happy because her favorite heroine had not changed. She remembered her as gentle and radiant. She asked Rachel to return the handkerchief to the Duke personally, because the girl should thank him herself for his help. Rachel was grateful to the girl for her concern. She was grateful to her. Lily doesn't think she did anything worthwhile. She felt awkward because of the girl's words. She didn't expect that her reputation would be so disgusting that people would thank her for the slightest act of kindness. Jenna noticed that Lily had stopped being jealous. She thought that the lady had matured when the girl calmly communicated with Rachel. Lily intends to befriend her in order to change her image in society. Rachel did not expect that the girl would talk to her. The girl asks her to come for tea. She wants to have a good time with her new friend. Rachel noted that Lily had never communicated with her with such warmth, and she thought they wanted to put her in an awkward position. She promised to come because she didn't have a bad feeling. Tyler answered the call and waited for the reason for the call to be explained to him. Lily contacted him to fulfill one of her requests. She wants to go to the city, but despite her father's protection, she has no escort. She had to explain that half the workers had quit, so there weren't enough of them, and she thought she could trust Jenna because the Duke had sent her. The girl heard the guy's laughter and noticed his smile. The guy gave only the main character a gentle smile. The girl couldn't take her eyes off her. Tyler told the girl to wait 10 minutes and hung up. She began to wait for an escort. The Duke appeared in the room. The girl did not expect him to arrive so quickly. Jenna prepares the carriage. Lily does not understand why the guy came to her alone. Lily noted that the guy could have sent her security. He might not have come in person. Tyler explained that there was no guard better than him in this duchy, so he came to the girl. The girl thinks that the groom should not be a bodyguard. The guy asks to look at him as an ordinary guard. Lily doesn't understand how she should accept the great Northern Duke as an ordinary guard. She decided to share with him that she didn't like the fact that the guy was using a nickname for her. He thought that as her fiancé, he had the right to do this. Tyler will become her husband, so he allows himself to call her by a special name. Lily began to feel embarrassed when the guy gave her his gorgeous smile again. Her heart won't be able to take it if the guy continues to give her a smile that is not meant for her, but for the main character. The girl wants to grab him and hug him for hours on end. She tries not to show her feelings. She tries to keep her dirty thoughts in check. A girl should not give in to them. Lily is a decent girl. She knows that the guy is destined for Rachel. She can't pull herself together around him. The girl decided to look out the window to distract herself, and she noticed beautiful flowers on the street. Tyler continued to look at her, oblivious to the world around him. Lily enjoyed the beauty of nature. She tried not to be distracted by the guy. Tyler decided to get her attention. He extended his hand towards her. The girl thought that she had something on her face, which the guy decided to remove. Tyler admitted that nothing happened, he just had a desire to touch her. He didn't notice that there was a beautiful girl sitting in front of them. The guy wanted to admire her. Lily blushed. She was going over the guy's words in her head. She felt awkward. She doesn't know how to behave around a man who looks and speaks great. The girl can't show him what she feels. Tyler didn't realize that the girl was shy. He might think that she was really in love with him. Lily said that she really likes the guy. She tells him the truth. The guy thought that the girl was pretending that she liked the guy for some other reason. Lily insists that this is not true, so the guy asks her to tell him what exactly attracts the girl to him. Tyler heard that the girl liked his beauty, his abilities, and she liked his character. He wants to know what else the girl likes about him. The Duke wants to hear the details. This was exciting for the girl. She began to say that she liked his lovely black hair. Lily noted the beauty of his hands. The girl liked to listen to his laughter. She could not hide her smile. Tyler didn't notice that such a charming lady was sitting in front of him. He enjoyed hearing compliments directed at him. The girl continued to describe him. The guy listened as she described his muscular body. She felt awkward because the guy thought she saw him naked. Lily began to say that she was just imagining him, that she had never seen him without clothes. The girl did not want the guy to think badly of her. Tyler latched onto the words that the girl imagined what he looked like. The guy wanted the girl to be convinced of her ideas about his body. He decided to show himself to her. Lily stopped him. Tyler said that he could show her his abs anytime she asked him to. Tyler wondered why the girl needed to go to the city. She was recovering from his abuse in the carriage. She wants to buy tea leaves. The guy doesn't understand what she needs them for. The girl explained that she wanted to give them to Lady Rachel, the Earl's daughter. The guy felt offended because the girl was not going to give the gift to him. Lily said that she wanted to be friends with her, so she decided to give her a nice gift. Tyler, unlike the girl, does not know what the Count's daughter is interested in. Lily told him information that could help him in the future. The guy sees her as a supportive wife, but the girl has run out of strength to object to him. Lily walked around looking for the right store. She remembered the original story to decide where to go. She found a shop. The clerk was glad to see the Grand Duke in his domain. The girl realized that the guy often came here to buy combat uniforms because the seller recognized him. The man confirmed that he had the tea leaves the girl was looking for. Lily was able to try this tea. She remembers how in the story Rachel spent a lot of effort looking for it, so she hopes that her gift will be liked. She confirmed to the guy that this was exactly what she was looking for. The girl invited the Duke to try this nutty-flavored tea. The boy decided not to use his hands to taste the tea. Lily sees in his action a desire to show his influence. Tyler liked the tea. He could do whatever he wanted because he was good-looking. He demanded that they give him all the tea that was there. The seller would give him a discount. Lily realized that the man had inflated the price to make money off the Duke. She is sure that the tea is cheaper than the man is offering, that he has inflated the price by at least 10 times. The girl asks him to think carefully about the price so that it does not seem that he is trying to deceive the Duke. The man gets scared. Lily will buy only 10 boxes of tea. She does not need all of it. The man will be happy to serve her. The guy heard the salesman call his wife insightful. Tyler intends to buy all the necessary tea himself. He asked the man to send the bill to his estate. Lily herself wanted to buy it at a lower price, but the guy didn't pay attention to her desire. He didn't see the difference in the price tag. He understands that rare goods should cost a lot. He wanted to please the Duchess. The girl didn't expect the guy to call her a duchess. The man was grateful to the guy for the large purchase. In the garden, the girls discussed Lily's personal life when she managed to become close to the Duke. Selena noted that the girl is used to men fighting over her in the past. She helped Lily bully Rachel. The girls discussed what would happen to the crown prince because of Lily's refusal. They thought that a war might start. Lily knows that everyone is trying to flatter her. She understood why her heroine became arrogant in the story. Rachel apologized for being late, looking just as beautiful as she did in the original story. Selena noted that the girl shouldn't have barged in like that when she was late for a meeting. Lily ignored Selena's lamentations. She was glad that Rachel came to them. The girl offered her delicious tea. Lily didn't care that Rachel was late for them. Selena was pleased that everyone liked the tea she brought. She wanted everyone to enjoy its taste. Lily remembers that the place Selena told her about was an island nation. Rachel confirmed this. The girls quickly found common ground. Rachel admitted that she loves collecting tea, but does not understand how Lily knows about it. Selena noted that Rachel is a secretive person about whom little is known. She tried to hurt the girl. Rachel couldn't answer her. The girl felt bad. Lily watched Selena. She had no intention of participating in the humiliation of the new guest. The girl admitted that, looking at Selena, one can understand that she is the most boring of those present. Selena didn't show that she was hurt by these words, but she didn't know what to say. Lily merely repeated her joke, which was directed at Lady Rachel. Selena continued to goad Lily into bullying Rachel together, as they had worked well together in the past. She was in love with the crown prince, disliked Rachel, and when Lily was executed, the girl stood aside. Lily changed her story so she won't allow Selena to continue to bully Rachel. The girl didn't say what she could do with Selena. She returned to her happy face and continued the conversation. Selena didn't understand why Lily was being friendly with someone they hated. Lily never spoke to her without bad intentions. The girl invited Rachel to visit her. They promised to give her rare tea leaves that Lily managed to find. Selena noted that it was worth inviting her over first when the girl had such a rare tea. Lily remembers that Selena, unlike Rachel, doesn't like picking tea leaves, so she won't be interested. The girl is thinking of inviting Rachel over for the weekend. When the Duke comes to visit her, she wants to introduce them. She hopes that Tyler and Rachel's rapprochement will lead to the correction of the distorted plot. Lily believes in her plan. She is sure that everything will work out for her. Everyone noticed the Duke's arrival. People thought he had come for a date. Tyler decided to come in person because the girl wanted to talk to him. He looked like a knight. Lily thought about meeting him at home. She doesn't understand why it was worth meeting in a public place where everyone is looking at them. The girl admitted to herself that she liked looking at the guy. She enjoyed being around him. The guy had impeccable manners and looked great when he ate his food. She would like everyone to see his grace. No one can resist it. Lily can't pull herself together, her mouth watering just looking at him. The girl said that Lady Rachel would be coming to visit her this weekend, and she would like the guy to come too. She'll arrange a small, no-strings-attached tea party, and Lily will make sure the guy gets to talk to Rachel. Tyler won't refuse the invitation. He doesn't see the point in communicating with another girl. Lily reminded him that he gave Rachel his handkerchief. The guy doesn't remember it. The girl is surprised that he does not remember this fateful moment in his history. Tyler remembered this moment. Lily thinks it would be right if he personally took his handkerchief. The guy refuses to communicate with other girls because he has a fiancée. Lily thinks he can talk to other girls even though he was engaged. In the original story, the guy's carriage splashed Rachel and he wanted to pay for the damage, but the lady refused. He handed her his handkerchief so that she could find it. Lily was not interested in the details of their meeting. Tyler doesn't see anyone near him. Lily is the only woman in his life. The girl didn't expect that the guy would give up everyone, that she would become the main woman in his life. She listened to the guy say that he didn't want her to think badly of him for hanging out with other ladies. Lily didn't want to offend him. Tyler promises not to bother the girl anymore because of his meeting with the Count's daughter. The girl didn't mean it that way at all. She didn't want the guy to justify his behavior to her. The Crown Prince appeared in the room and headed towards the girl's table. He was serious and wanted to talk to Lily. The guy reminded him that he promised to marry the girl. Tyler doesn't like this conversation. The Duke asked the prince to stop talking nonsense and leave. Kyle, on the contrary, asked the Duke to leave. Tyler doesn't like the way the prince behaves in the presence of the girl. The guy noted that Lily was currently eating dessert he was feeding her with a spoon. The prince thinks that the Duke is putting on a pathetic performance, and he is waiting for this performance to end. The girl happily tried the dessert that the Duke had prepared for her. From the outside, they looked like a couple in love. Tyler was enjoying this time. Kyle didn't like watching this. He tried to stop them from playing to the crowd. The prince is confident that Tyler has a motive that prompted him to quickly agree to marry the girl. At the cafe, the visitors paid attention to them. They were interested in listening to what was happening at the Duke's table. Kyle turned to the girl. He asks her to tell him when she will stop pretending to be a girl in love with a guy. Lily understood how a guy felt when a girl constantly clung to him and did not leave him alone despite hearing refusals. The prince became hysterical because the girl was denying her previous feelings. She addressed him with all politeness. Lily wanted him to understand her. Kyle listened to her carefully, afraid of what she might tell him. Lily apologized for the inconvenience she had caused him because of her sympathy for him. She doesn't blame the guy for his behavior. The girl should have been in his place as a lesson. The girl asked him to leave her alone because now she loved the Duke. Lily spoke with all seriousness. She hoped that the guy would understand her. Kyle is sure that the girl could not stop loving him. He thinks that such feelings cannot be changed. He thinks that the girl could not turn away from the one she saw as the center of her life, that she could not feel the same towards another. Lily assured him that a person can change in a day, that he can easily fall in love with another. She explained that this could easily happen if the love was unrequited. The girl will understand the Duke when he falls in love with another, because that's life. Kyle would never believe that the girl fell in love with the Duke in one night. He will not leave here. The prince insists that the Duke leave them. Tyler asked him to leave them nicely. His patience was running out. The prince did not want to show emotions. He was sad because of the girl's attitude towards him. He decided to leave, citing important state affairs. Lily is glad that he left. Kyle said that the girl can follow him. He offers her a place next to him. Tyler didn't like this situation. He reminded himself that he was the type of person who didn't change his mind. The girl listened to him, not understanding what he was getting at. The guy notes that there shouldn't be any extra people in their lives. They should belong to each other. He claimed that he would never celebrate the engagement, and Tyrell would not regret this action. The Duke is 100% confident in his decision. He will never back down from it. The guy promised to fulfill the girl's one wish if she ever regretted her actions. Lily couldn't believe it was true. Luck was on her side. She imagined how the guy saves her in a difficult life situation. The girl will figure out how to use this desire. The girl agreed to this condition and asked to include this clause in their contract. Tyler was glad that they had agreed that he would do whatever the girl wanted. Lily didn't like that the situation in the cafe made it into the news. The guy wants to borrow Lucky from her. A girl can send him a bird if he promises to treat him well. She couldn't stop looking at his smile. The guy looked charming at such moments. Lily will borrow Lucky for 2 days. The guy will pick him up right away. The girl didn't like that the guy hung up when he got what he needed. He wasn't taught telephone etiquette. She was not surprised when she was told that the Duke had arrived at the mansion. His rapid movement began to irritate the girl. Lily asked the guy to wait while she called Lucky. The bird flew to the guy on its own. He didn't have to do anything to tame it. The girl is shocked that the phoenix has lost its loyalty to its owner. It seems as if one might think that the guy is the bird's true owner. She tried to call the bird, but she failed. The guy noticed her attempts to do this. She wonders why the guy would need a phoenix when there is nothing special about it. Tyler didn't say why he needed the phoenix. He promises to tell everything when the job is done. He promises to return the bird in 2 days. The guy is about to leave. Tyler understands that the girl might be upset about this, but he has things to do that can't be put off. Lily didn't ask about his leaving because of her feelings. She didn't say she was upset. The guy knows this. He indicated that he himself was upset about his quick departure. The girl told the guy to say something before he hung up the phone. The Duke doesn't understand what the girl means. He doesn't know what to say in the end. Lily would appreciate it if the guy said goodbye to her at the end of the conversation. Tyler understood her. He promises to say goodbye next time before he hangs up. The girl was going to ignore him, but she couldn't do it because of his behavior. She melted when he was around. She had another meeting waiting for her, and she was surprised that there was no call this time. Kyle thought he would make the girl happy if he came unannounced. Lily asked him to get down to business. The guy wanted to tell her something very important. He knows that Tyler took the girl's graduation thesis. The girl would like to know how the prince found out about what happened a few hours ago. Kyle argued that the Duke was using the girl, that he had benefits from this marriage. He wonders if the girl knows what the Duke is going to do with her bird. The prince was saying the phoenix's name incorrectly. He didn't pay attention to it. He didn't like that the girl was interrupting him. Lily apologized for interrupting. She said his name wrong. The guy felt uncomfortable because the girl started to distort his name. Kyle calmed down and continued to say that the Duke needed the phoenix because of the problem with the cold weather in the north. The prince predicted an unhappy life and a miserable death for the girl. The girl did not know what the phoenix was for. The prince continued to say that suffering awaited her with the Duke. Lily remembers that the cold was always severe in the northern duchy. The empress allied with the sorcerer out of hatred for the Duke. The sorcerer brought disaster to the north. His connections with the empress led to numerous deaths. The girl was fighting for her life. She did not think about what the Duke had to face. She doesn't tell anyone that she knows the future. The girl intends to help the Duke despite the prince. The prince did not think that the Duke could be much worse than he thought of him. He was surprised when he heard that the girl was going to go north to help her fiancé. Lily knows she can solve the problem faster than her phoenix. The girl is surprised that the Duke did not ask her for help. Kyle tried to stop her. The guy doubts that the girl understood everything he told her. Lily heard that the Duke had become engaged to her for profit, and the prince was surprised that she was okay with it. She is glad that she can be useful to the Duke, so she is not worried about being used. Kyle wanted to bring the girl to her senses. He didn't expect to see her happy. Lily said goodbye to the prince. She needs to go on business. She hopes that he will listen to her and leave. The girl wants to take action as soon as possible to save innocent people. She did not listen to the prince's cries. Tyler was told that his fiancé wanted to go to the Grand Duchy. She wanted to go there immediately after the Duke took the phoenix, but her father asked her to stay until the escort arrived. Lily will go north as soon as Sir Greg returns. She says it will happen soon. She asked the guy to take her with him instead of the phoenix. The girl believes that she will be much more useful. Tyler isn't going to take her to dangerous places, and he doesn't want to use his woman to solve problems. He accepted the girl's desire to help him. It is difficult for him to control himself when the girl behaves charmingly. She was interested in the desires that a guy had when he saw her. The guy wants to hug the girl and kiss her, but he can hardly restrain himself. Lily stopped him, reminding him that they were not alone here. Rachel sat on the sofa. She did not interfere. She remained silent so as not to disturb the couple. The girl asked for forgiveness. She had not gathered them here to embarrass them. She was embarrassed when Rachel called her a suitable match for the Duke. Lily wanted to unite the Duke and the Earl's daughter. She failed to do it. Tyler liked to hear that they look good together. The girl started talking about tea. She spent a lot of time looking for it. Rachel was grateful to the girl for such a valuable gift. She received many packages of rare tea. Lily asked the Duke to give the girl tea from the north. He doesn't see the point in this, because tea is sold everywhere. Rachel doesn't want to bother the lady's fiancé. She can buy her own tea. The girl doesn't understand why there is no spark between Rachel and Tyler. They act distant. She thought that the problem was her presence, so she decided to leave. The Duke did not like this. Lily left them alone, hoping that they would start communicating. The girl is confident that after some time the awkwardness between them will pass. They will become closer and form a union. Kyle appeared in the yard. He apologized for being late. He didn't want the girl to wait for him. Lily didn't pay attention to him. The girl pretended not to notice him so that he would leave. Kyle didn't like being ignored. Lily had to answer him. The guy knows that there is a tea party today, to which they forgot to invite him. She doesn't understand how the guy found out about this. She said that it was not a tea party, but a small meeting for close friends. The prince will forgive her for not inviting him to this event. The girl did not answer him. She realized that this moment was incredible. The main characters of the story have gathered in one place, connected by the threads of fate. Kyle invites the girl to take a walk with him in the garden. He is happy to spend time with her. Lily remains silent. She heard that she should not get involved with men who come to her without an invitation. Tyler left Lady Rachel and went to fetch his bride. The girl condemned his behavior. She believes that Lady Rachel is upset because she was left alone. The Duke said that Lily was to blame because she left him with the girl when she went to spend time with the prince. The girl couldn't calm the men down. They continued to quarrel when they should have been spending time with another heroine. Lily doesn't understand why nothing works for her. She can't create a new couple. Every plan of hers failed. The boys continued to argue among themselves over Lily. Rachel agreed to go with the girl to look for a dress for the upcoming ball. Lily asked the girl not to address her formally. Rachel agreed with this, and Kyle joined the girls' conversation when the conversation turned to the ball. Lily was against dressing the way the prince wanted, and the Duke was unhappy with his behavior. Kyle can grant a girl's wish to wear couple costumes. Tyler answered him rudely. The prince does not like it when people talk to him like that. Rachel was scared. The Duke is tired of the prince constantly recalling the girl's past feelings. Tyler will allow her to wear a pair of clothes only with him. Lily sat silently. She didn't know how to calm these two down. She told everyone that she was going to wear a matching outfit with Lady Rachel. The girl was surprised by Lily's desire. The guys looked at her with bewilderment. Lily hopes that Rachel will agree to help her choose matching outfits for the ball. Tyler thinks it would be more appropriate to wear matching outfits with her fiancé. Kyle reminds him that he was the one who suggested this idea first. Lily doesn't force the girl, she will calmly accept her refusal. Rachel would be happy to put together a matching outfit with Lily. Lily didn't listen to the boys asking her to change her mind. She suggested that Rachel go to the store tomorrow to have friendship dresses made for them. Rachel blushed at the words about friendship. The girl thought that she was glad about it. Tyler was late. He wanted to discuss with the girl her desire to wear a couple outfit not with him. Lily listened to him attentively. She saw nothing wrong with dressing the same as the Count's daughter. The guy doesn't want to see that his beloved is dressed the same as another girl. Lily began to think that he is jealous. She had to be reminded that she was in a friendly relationship with a person of the same gender as herself. The Duke sees no reason for the girl to become friends with the Count's daughter. Lily almost let it slip that this was her chance to save herself, but she shut up in time and then said that she liked talking to her. The girl wants to win Rachel over so that she can avoid death. She really wants to communicate with her because the girl is a kind and gentle person. Lily told the guy that she wanted to maintain contact with Rachel until old age. Tyler decided to give in. This time he would give in to the girl. He admitted that it was unpleasant for him to see his beloved give her heart to another. The girl realized that the guy didn't like it when she communicated even with girls. She didn't argue. The Duke admitted that he doesn't like Rachel and doesn't want his bride to communicate with her. Lily began to worry that the original story was completely ruined because the main character didn't like the main character. Rachel doubts that she can wear the dresses that are made for her. The girl convinces her that everything is fine. Rachel is worried about her situation. Lily tried to calm her down. Madame Page is happy to create friendship dresses with her own hands. Rachel was worried because Page's store didn't allow her to wear custom-made dresses. In the original story, the prince found out that the girl loved this woman's dresses, so he brought her here. Lily replied that they weren't breaking the law. She didn't like the rule that only certain classes could wear tailored clothes. Rachel doesn't have to worry because the girl promises to sort out any problems if they arise. She began to think that she had misunderstood Lily because of her actions towards her. Lily always treated her kindly, offered her rare tea leaves, and decided to sew identical dresses. Rachel thought the girl was doing all this to put her in a difficult situation. The girl can understand why Rachel thought that, in the original, she caused her nothing but problems. Rachel was suspicious of her and apologized if she had offended the girl with her words. She was surprised when she heard that the girl did not hold a grudge against her. Lily understands perfectly how Rachel feels. She admitted that her attitude towards her may have been wrong. The girl apologized for all the inconvenience caused due to her jealousy. She hopes that Rachel will believe in her good intentions. Lily wants to become her friend. Rachel was touched. She was afraid that her thoughts could put the girl in an awkward position. The girl started crying. Lily tried to calm her down. She doesn't want her friend to shed tears over trifles. Lily was charmed by Rachel's behavior and offered her a handkerchief to wipe away her tears. Rachel admitted that she fell in love with the girl after they met. She was glad that a bright person appeared in her life. Lily didn't expect that the plot would change in such a way that the girl would feel a strong connection to her. Tyler noticed that the Count's daughter began sending his bride different gifts every day. Lily told the girl that she wanted to get closer to her, after which Rachel began showering her with gifts. The girl received many types of tea. She wanted to share it with the Duke. The guy refused. Tyler wants to know which gift from the Count's daughter the girl liked the most. Lily couldn't name the tea that became her favorite. The guy stopped answering her. The girl was waiting for some kind of answer from him. The Duke was dissatisfied. He said goodbye to the girl as she requested, and hung up. The girl advised him to get some rest, but Tyler didn't speak up right away. He promised to call her again. After these words, the guy ended the conversation. Lily melted because the guy wished her good night. The girl noted that the guy was polite to her after he got a little angry. She admitted to herself that her favorite hero was actually the best. Lily began receiving tea leaves from the Duke after their evening conversation. Jenna brought new varieties from the Duke every day, and the girl accumulated a lot of tea. For some reason, Tyler distances himself from the Earl's daughter when they try to set him up with her. Rachel doesn't look at him. Lily hopes it will pass soon. The ball came. People couldn't take their eyes off her dress. The girl was happy that the friendship dresses worked perfectly. The girls dressed alike, which changed Rachel's status in society. Lily saw how the girls stopped speaking badly about the Count's daughter and began to flatter her. She began to hope that they would stop thinking badly about her. Kyle approached the girl to talk. He is sure that the girl wore a red dress to match him. Lily noted that he was not wearing red. The guy did not agree with her because his suit had red details. The prince asks her not to use the Count's daughter next time if the girl wants to dress the same as him. She decided to leave him, and the guy took this as a sign that her plan had been exposed. Kyle can do much more for a girl than the Duke. The guy has been told the same thing many times. He asks to be reminded of it. He refuses to believe that the girl no longer likes him. The guy claims that he is still the same guy she once fell in love with. Lily admitted that there was a time when she was happy to be with the prince. She liked him. She tried to explain that she had deep feelings for the Duke. The girl said that Tyler is the person she cannot live without. She doesn't just love the Duke, she adores him with every cell of her body. Tyler heard everything the girl said. He hopes the prince heard her too. He was surprised that the prince did not expect to actually see him at such an event. The guy came here because his woman was here and he couldn't leave her alone. Rachel came to the balcony. She was upset that the girl left her all alone at the ball. The girl was beautiful today. She could charm anyone. Lily is sure that Tyler might be interested in her. She saw that the guy couldn't take his eyes off the Count's daughter, that he had become interested. Lily hoped things had improved, but the guy asked Rachel not to touch his woman. He held the girl close to him as if she were his property. He would not allow anyone to approach her. The girl thought that the Duke was enchanted by Rachel, and she was unable to correct the situation. Lily didn't expect Rachel to admit that she couldn't help but approach her. The couple listened to how Rachel, like all people, wants to touch those they like, and that Lily's body is not the guy's property. Tyler warned her one last time. He asks her to stop having feelings for his woman. Rachel asks the guy not to interfere with her friendship with Lily. Kyle is surprised that a war has started between the girl and the guy because of Lily. The girl tried to change her story and ended up turning the protagonist and heroine into sworn enemies, ruining her favorite novel. Jenna continued to bring the tea leaves that the Duke sent every day. Lily can understand Kyle and Tyler's behavior. She can't explain Rachel's behavior. When the ball ended, everyone expressed a desire to take the girl home. Rachel insisted that she do it. She liked the tea she was given and would like to offer it to Lady Rachel. Jenna conveyed the Duke's message that this tea was intended only for his bride. They are sewing another dress for the girl she was invited to the hunting festival. This festival is where the story truly begins, with the imperial family rewarding the one who has killed the most monsters. The Empress used a dark magician to frame the Duke so that the prince would have a chance to win. In the original, there were a lot of monsters, and Kyle suffered. Rachel healed his severe wounds, which allowed a connection to develop between them. Lily remembers how a major festival turned into a disaster with multiple casualties among commoners and nobles. The Dark Mage released more high-level monsters than planned. Jenna offered more tea while the girl thought about the festival. The girl understands that no one will believe her if she starts screaming about the danger she will have to stop the disaster herself. She was one of the strongest in the field of fire magic. The girl remembered that she had never used fire when she got into the story. Lily went to the library and started studying books to figure out how to use magic. The girl tried to create fire. She got scared when her hand started to burn. She noticed that there were no burns on her hand, and Lily realized that she was doing everything right. Lily tried again, mesmerized by the way fire appeared from her hand. The girl believed in the reality of what was happening. She realized that she had entered a world of fantasy. Selena noted that Rachel looked great and that she was wearing the same style as Lily again. Rachel said that Lily gave her the dress to wear to the festival. She is grateful to the girl for the care she showed and for the dress she gave her. Claire noted that she wears dresses from Madame Page thanks to Selena, and she is glad about it. The girl would have given all her property to Lady Celine for all the kindness shown to her. She was shocked that Rachel hadn't done anything to thank Lily for allowing her to wear Madame Page's designs. Lily appeared unexpectedly. She said that Claire, according to her logic, should properly thank Selena. She defended Rachel from attacks, and her friend admired her. The girl asked Claire not to shout about her gratitude to Selena. She did not want Rachel to be put in an awkward position. Claire didn't mean it that way at all. She didn't mean to offend anyone. Lily thought the girl was behaving disgustingly because of her nature. Selena said that she had important things to do, and she took Claire with her so that they wouldn't stay near Lily. The girl defended her friend and wants Rachel to learn to fight back. Rachel doesn't see anything wrong with putting up with bad treatment. She doesn't want Lily to show up every time she's in trouble. She can answer the Duke, but here she holds back. The girl distinguishes between these two situations. Rachel can't come to terms with the fact that the Duke is trying to take away someone close to her. The girl was invited by her friends. She invited Lily to join her. She will be left alone because Lily has important things to do. Lily has set up a barrier to protect the people in the center of the festival and will evacuate everyone if the situation gets out of control. Tyler suggested she add wind because it enhances the effect of fire. The guy appreciated the bride's appearance and insisted that the girl wear a uniform similar to his. She remembered how the Duke had persuaded her to wear matching suits. Tyler noticed that the girl wanted to protect the barracks from surprise attacks. The guy didn't ask her why she was doing this. He decided to put his barriers on top of her protection. He knows the girl isn't doing this out of boredom, so he doesn't ask questions. Tyler doesn't mind the girl's actions. He supports her in everything. He claims that he will accept her every decision. The girl doubts that the guy will agree with her if she kills a man he doesn't like the idea. The guy won't let his bride get her hands dirty. He himself can get rid of her offenders. Lily doesn't want him to take risks because of her. Tyler will do everything to make sure nothing bothers her. The guy allows Lily to do whatever she wants with him. He belongs completely to her. The Duke suggests that the girl use his lips, but Lily is not going to do it. The festival began. The girl left Tyler. The guy watched her retreating figure. Rachel wants to hunt with her friend when it is not profitable for them to do so. She doesn't care about the rating. The girl says that she wants to spend time with Lily. The girl reminds that it would be better if Rachel hunted monsters alone. Rachel is amazed that her friend will be happy if she takes first place. She went hunting. Lily got her way. In a cunning way, she sent her friend to a safe place. The girl understands that Tyler will not be harmed. She will watch this place to prevent a disaster. Lily allowed herself to imagine that changing the plot would lead to the festival changing as well, that nothing bad would happen. She expects the festival to proceed calmly as usual. The boy will stay near the barracks because the girl asked him to. He will be safe. The girl wants everything to go according to plan. For her, it would be wonderful. This hope was not fulfilled. The monsters still appeared in the midst of the festival. Lily ordered everyone to hide in the barracks. She specifically protected them. People obeyed her and ran screaming for cover. Not everyone could run normally. Some were overcome by panic and could not move. The monsters did not stop. They burned everything in their path. The girl managed to protect the guy. She asks everyone to hide in the barracks as quickly as possible. Lily loves this world. She cannot watch the death of peaceful people. The girl wants to save this world. She is ready to constantly rewrite the plot just so that people stay alive. The girl set out on a journey. She will fight monsters to protect everyone who is near her. Lily uses fire magic. She was the best at it. She managed to defeat one monster in this world. This was her first experience using magic against enemies. She was pleased with herself because she was quite good at controlling fire. The girl saw how monsters were attacking the barracks. The shield was preventing the enemy from breaking through. Lily wants to attract the monster's attention to herself. She replays in her head every step of using magic. She tried to create fire around herself, but she didn't succeed. The girl doesn't understand why she couldn't do it even though she trained for so long. She found herself in a difficult situation. Monsters continued to attack peaceful people. One of them appeared in front of her. She could not defend herself from his attack. Lily tried to summon fire many times, but nothing worked, and she became hysterical due to the failure. The monster wasn't going to wait for her to create fire. He attacked her. The girl regretted that she had not trained her control. She had difficulty creating fire and defending herself. Lily has to be careful. She accidentally burned everything around her to the ground. The knights came to the rescue. They made sure that the girl was okay. One of them was amazed by her abilities. The girl realized that the Imperial army stood before her. They came here as soon as they learned about the monster's invasion. Their help was not needed. The people took refuge in the barracks, and the monster was killed by the girl's strength. Lily was the only one who could stand up to the monster. She couldn't stand by after the invasion. "The army will put this place in order," the knight asked the girl to stay away from danger. The girl decided to leave this matter for the army. She needs to help Tyler. She went into the forest, and from the sounds she could tell that a battle was going on somewhere nearby. Lily saw that the Crown Prince was in the center of the battlefield. He had difficulty surviving the monster's attack. The girl completely forgot that the prince had followed in the Duke's footsteps to come out on top. She can be calm, because the prince must not die. The girl remembers that he needs to go through this in order to meet his beloved. Lily cannot pass by when someone nearby is suffering. She is disappointed in the prince's abilities. Kyle was tired of fighting monsters and was running out of strength. The monster was attacked by fire magic and was unable to reach the prince. Lily distracted the monster to take the prince away, and she managed to control her powers. Kyle wondered why she was here. She didn't answer. She thought she had found the right place. The boy was seated near a tree and asked to remain quiet when he began to shout about danger. Lily tries to calm him down. She doesn't want the monster to hear them. They have to be quiet. The girl noticed that the guy had killed several monsters before she arrived, and she was convinced of his strong royal blood. The monster was looking for them. While the girl was talking about the guy's abilities, she underestimated him. Lily asked the guy to stay in cover. He was wounded, so he wouldn't be able to go far. Before leaving, the girl ordered him not to move. She left him in a safe place. Kyle was pleased that the girl rushed to protect him. He couldn't sit on the sidelines while the monsters continued to attack. Lily dealt with the monster perfectly. The enemy could not resist her fire. She realized that the guy had been fighting a wind elemental monster all this time, and that was why he was having difficulties. Kyle possessed water and wind magic, and it was difficult for people to fight against enemies with the same magic. The monster was running out of strength. Despite its class, it was difficult for it to dodge the girl's attacks after the battle with the prince. Lily is tired too. She feels like she is running out of mana. Kyle rushed to the girl. He couldn't leave her alone near the monster. The girl used her last strength to finish off the monster, and it was surrounded by her fire. She was on the edge, but she didn't give up. Lily had to get rid of this monster. Kyle couldn't get to her. He could barely stay on his feet from the shockwave. Lily burned everything around her. The guy was amazed by the scale. The girl gave it her all, tamed her fire. She couldn't leave the monster alive. Kyle looked at her with new eyes. He became a fan of the girl. The guy ran to her. He wanted to tell her everything he felt now. Lily listened to the prince confess his love to her. She thought the guy had gone crazy. She had the idea that the guy had hit his head hard, which is why he started talking nonsense. She drew the prince's attention to the serious wound. He urgently needed medical attention. The guy was perfectly fine. He was convinced that the girl was too good for the Duke. He intends to ensure that the girl's old feelings for him awaken and that she forgets about the Duke. Lily didn't know what to say to him. All thoughts disappeared from her head. Kyle asked her to remember the traits she loved about him, and he reminded her that he was the crown prince. He can make Lily his empress. The guy puts pressure on the girl to achieve greatness next to the Duke. The guy began to claim that he really liked the girl now. Lily began to think that in the past he had lied to her about his feelings. Kyle sees his rescue as proof that there is a connection between him and the girl, which is why she couldn't pass him by. He is sure that fate had decided that they should be together. Lily was tired of hearing her boyfriend confess his love and tell her that she should only be with him. The girl decided to call a priest because the crown prince went crazy after being wounded. The priest was frightened when he was told that the prince might be possessed. The guy was doused with holy water. He tried to explain to everyone that he was fine, but no one listened to him. The priest continued to exorcise the demon from the prince's body, the girl helping him. The man did not complete the ritual, and the prince kicked him out of the tent because there was no demon. Kyle was injured, so he asked Lily to stay in his palace so she could look after him. He claims that the girl should be responsible for his life because she saved him from the clutches of death. Lily used to want to visit the palace, but now she doesn't need to. Times have changed. She is sure that the Duke will not like her presence in the palace. The girl thinks about his feelings because he is her fiancé. The The boy's treatment was completed. The doctor offered to examine the girl's hand. The prince did not know that she had a wound. The girl doesn't see anything terrible in her injury. For her, it's nothing. The guy jumped out of bed. He was worried that the girl was not assessing her wound correctly. The Empress appeared in the tent. She had been looking for her son for a long time. She couldn't hold back her tears because her boy was alive after the whole disaster. Kyle rushed towards her. He did not hold back his emotions. It was hard for Lily to look at this picture. The woman wants to know what happened to her beloved son. Lily felt left out and looked on with distaste at the family reunion. Rihanna was informed about the appearance of monsters near the Duke. She does not understand what her son is doing in the epicenter of the battle. Kyle recalled that his father always told him that he was always inferior to the Duke. The boy wanted to prove that he was worth something. The girl noticed that the guy's thinking had not changed. He still thought like a child. Lily didn't say that it was the Empress who unleashed all the monsters. She decided not to ruin the idyll. The woman couldn't believe that her son was alone against 4 high-class monsters. The woman's shock can be explained by the fact that her son should not have suffered when she herself organized everything. The girl knows that the Empress sees the Duke as a hindrance. She has not yet thought about killing him. The woman does not understand that the dark magician, on her instructions, is doing everything to his own advantage. She didn't realize that she had made a big mistake when she wanted to put her son ahead. Kyle told his mother about Lily, how she saved him from the monster, and that without her help, he would be dead. The Empress thanked the girl for saving the prince, but Lily felt uncomfortable listening to flattery. The guy didn't forget to mention that Lily dealt with several monsters on her own. He understood why the girl was the best in the academy. Lily asks the Empress not to exaggerate her merits. She simply did not abandon people in trouble. Rihanna noted that the girl is a worthy candidate for the prince's companion. She wants Lily to become the new Empress. She was prepared for the plot to change, but she didn't expect her relationships between the characters to become more complex. Lily doesn't know how to fix everything. She needs to at least create an alliance between Tyler and Rachel. The Duke found the girl and was angry because the girl had put herself in danger. The girl asks him not to worry. She didn't see anything dangerous in the situation. She shows that she is completely fine. The girl was not hurt. Tyler noticed that the girl's arm was injured, and he asked her to show the wound. Lily is not worried. Her wound is small and will heal quickly with proper treatment. The Duke wants to know the reason why his bride risked her life for the prince. He began to think that the girl still hadn't gotten the prince out of her head. Lily convinces him that she has no feelings for the prince. For the Duke, it didn't matter if she still thinks about him. The guy showed her their marriage contract, and the girl herself agreed to tie her life to the Duke. Tyler will show her the power of the contract if the girl decides to leave him and go to the prince. He always carries a copy of the agreement with him. He hid the original in the castle. The guy reminded her that he would never celebrate the engagement if the girl started tearfully begging him about it. Lily explained that she met the prince on the way. She only helped him a little because she could not pass by. Tyler is sure that the prince called the girl his savior for a reason. Lily reassured him because the prince embellished the situation. She was not going to throw herself into the fire for the prince. A girl approached the couple. Mary admired the girl. She was amazed at how she, without thinking about herself, rushed forward to save lives. Lily was unlucky. She managed to calm Tyler down, but the girl ruined everything. Mary was fascinated by Lily. The girl was tired of everyone behaving strangely around her. The girl was worried about Tyler's reaction. She was afraid to look at him. The Duke wants to hear from his lady the full story of what happened to her. In such a situation, he would like his bride to find a safe place rather than go into battle. Lily felt a sense of déjà vu. She was sure that something like this had happened before. She remembered how the prince had discussed her actions, how he had worried about her wound. The guy took her to the doctor. He condemned her for interfering in the battle and getting seriously injured. Tyler is glad that it all ended with a simple scratch, that the girl remained unharmed after that. He imagined the girl running away from the monster, how she suffered while trying to fight him. The boy will send a complaint to His Majesty about the slow work of the Imperial Army. Lily noticed that the prince and the Duke had a lot in common. She does not understand why they quarrel. Her treatment has come to an end. The doctor left them. Tyler asked the girl to give him one promise. He doesn't want the girl to be involved in a dangerous situation again. Lily can't promise that. The guy didn't understand why she refused him. She is the daughter of a duke. She has her privileges because she has access to the power of fire. As a noblewoman with abilities, the girl is obliged to help her people in any situation. Lily uses all means to ensure a safe life for the people. Her favorite character will be able to live happily ever after if the girl protects this world. Tyler promises not to interfere in her affairs. He asks her to let him know when she will be participating in various events. The girl thinks that her father is also worried about what happened to her. The guy asks the girl to hug him before she went on about her business. She doesn't see the point in this. The Duke expects Lily to show him her tenderness after he was shocked by what happened. Lily had to hug him to calm his heart. The girl blushed because of the guy's desire. She would gladly drown in the arms of such a strong guy. The girl couldn't believe her luck. Her dream was coming true before her eyes. Her inner angel does not allow her to do this. She is reminded that the guy belongs to another girl. The devil, on the contrary, sees nothing wrong with a little hug. The girl didn't know what to do. Her essences fought among themselves in search of the right solution. The angel asked her not to touch the guy under any circumstances, but the devil was waiting for Lily to start doing whatever she wanted. The girl cannot let her emotions take over. She must not ruin the relationship between the Duke and the Count's daughter. Tyler asks the girl for just a small hug. For him, it is important. Lily didn't listen to the good side. She gave in to her emotions and threw herself into soft embraces. The guy remarked how sweet his bride was, and the girl was happy to be in his arms. She noticed that the guy smelled nice, and she liked being around him. Tyler suggested that she speed up the wedding so that they could enter into their new status faster. Lily heard that the guy wanted to make her his as soon as possible and take her home. He couldn't wait any longer. He tells the girl that he wants to put an end to all the strange discussions that she could become the new empress. The guy thought that the girl herself wanted to become empress, and to do this he would have to start a rebellion, overthrow the government, and take a new post. He can turn the world upside down for the sake of a girl. Lily suspects that the guy has gone crazy. The girl is worried that such words from the guy could lead to big trouble, so it's better for him to keep quiet. Lily was beside herself because the Duke had just licked her finger. She couldn't believe what was happening. She didn't want the situation to turn out this way. The girl had to leave the Duke for another. The girl is shocked by the guy's behavior. She doesn't understand what kind of dirty thoughts have settled in his head. Lily is afraid of the guy. She doesn't want to know what he's really ready for. She managed to completely ruin the story. The girl's actions have heightened the tension in the story, and she will have a hard time getting everything back to normal. In the original story, the Duke was not so cunning. At some point, his character changed greatly. Lily was lucky that she was able to escape in time and avoided something terrible. She was on the verge of ripping all her clothes off and starting to dance with the guy, but she managed to restrain herself. The girl is proud of herself. She was trying to figure out what to do next. The Duke wanted to contact her. He called her often. He was interested in how his bride spent her free time. Lily has been choosing an engagement date and wants to hold her event after Thanksgiving. It was too late for the Duke. He wanted to arrange the wedding as quickly as possible, but he would make concessions to his beloved. The girl wants to properly prepare for the wedding and engagement. She does not tell him that she is deliberately putting it off until later. The guy knows that the girl had guests. Lily thinks that her father is reporting to him about his affairs. Rachel learned about what happened at the festival late. She was glad to see that the girl was safe after the battle with the monsters. Tyler doesn't like it when someone allows themselves to hug his fiancée. He threatens to send security to prevent this from happening again. Lily sees nothing wrong with hugging her friend. The Duke doesn't like that Rachel is constantly hanging around Lily. This person has begun to irritate him even more than the prince. Lily listened to the guy not liking it, that she thought for a long time whether to hug him or not, and then immediately threw herself into the girl's arms. The girl freed Lucky from the paper. She thought about the hatred between the Duke and the Count's daughter. She is sure that the guy will regret his words when he falls in love with Rachel. Lily noted that fate still brings the two together because they are concerned about each other. Lucky was free. The girl admitted to herself that she liked it when Tyler was jealous. She understands that his feelings will change. Now Lily may think that he really likes her. The girl would like to live happily with her beloved, but she cannot afford it. The original depicted a graceful love story between Tyler and Rachel, who went through many trials together that brought them together and led to a happy ending. She always enjoyed reading this novel and returned to it many times. Lily realizes that her feelings don't matter. She has to fix everything. She can manage her feelings correctly to keep her distance from this guy. The maid told the girl that Sir Greg had returned and was waiting for her on the first floor. Lily was happy about this. She promised that she would come down soon. Sir Greg is the greatest swordsman and is willing to sacrifice his life for the girl's family. The girl remembers that after her death, the swordsman remained with her grieving father until the end of his life. She saw him only in the helmet. Lily remembered only his beautiful eyes. Lily saw him in person for the first time and was surprised when she noticed his long hair. The girl was curious about how Lily felt while she was away from the Empire. Lily was shocked. She thought Sir Greg was a man. She saw that he had the same breasts as her. Jenna is shocked that the knight was sent to wander for several months. The girl watched as they talked like old friends, Greg saying that she would stay here longer. Several dresses were prepared for her because her sister does not want her to wear armor all the time. Lily can't believe Sir Greg is a woman. She would never have thought so because of her voice. Greg knows that the girl will soon go north. The Duke told her about it. The girl confirmed this. She said that she could not go there without Sir Greg's accompaniment. Her father insisted on it. Lily couldn't explain why she started to get nervous. She wanted to come to her senses after discovering that Sir Greg was a girl. In a couple of days, the Duke expected the girl to appear. He was glad that she came to him. Lily came here with Sir and her phoenix. She dressed warmly so as not to freeze. She noticed that Sir Greg knew Tyler well. She was glad to see the guy. The girl said that her father made her dress warmly so that she would not freeze. The guy compared her to a snowman. Lily was offended because she thought he was calling her fat. Tyler didn't want to offend her. He wanted to compliment the girl. He couldn't take his eyes off her. Lily noted that she would be here for several days. The guy could not tear himself away from her soft skin. He asks her to stay longer. The guy would gladly keep her near him forever. A strange atmosphere was created for Lily. The Duke wants to take her inside because of the cold weather, but the girl needs to go somewhere. The guy didn't expect that the girl would first want to look at the ice cliff, which would later become the cause of a flood. Lily is not going to go alone. She invited the guy to go with her. Tyler brought her to the cliff. He expects the girl to explain everything to him. She said that a dam needed to be built that could hold the moisture while the cliff melted, and the Empire should not know about it. The girl knows that Tyler will not believe any lie. She has no explanation that would convince him. Lily understands that he will have many questions. She will not be able to answer them. She cannot tell him that this is the work of the Empress. The girl doesn't want him to get into trouble, so she asks him not to ask questions. She will beg him to do as she asks. Tyler trusts her, so he doesn't ask questions, and Lily doesn't have to explain anything. The Duke believes every word the girl says. He will believe it even if she starts talking complete nonsense. Lily can say whatever she wants, but she doesn't recognize him. The guy must have a different character. His childhood was difficult. His parents passed away early. Relatives gathered around the young Duke and attempted to take his life in order to obtain the duchy. He endured all the difficulties alone. The guy defended his rights, the castle, and the people in front of his relatives. When he grew up, they began to call him the Son of the North. His image was admired. He was respected by all the inhabitants of the North. Rachel was the only one the guy trusted. She was able to become the one he relied on. Lily doesn't understand why the guy started to trust her every word, but she likes it. The girl doesn't explain anything. She asks the guy to start building the dam as quickly as possible. Tyler will do whatever the girl asks him to do, and at her request, he will not tell anyone about it. The guy has no trouble agreeing to all the girl's conditions. She was surprised that he didn't have to be persuaded. The Duke wants the girl to realize what a good groom she has got. Lily has said everything she wanted, so she and the guy can return to the castle. The girl was naive to think that the guy wouldn't ask her questions today, but she heard something behind her that interested him. Tyler suggests eliminating the black magician so that he doesn't have to deal with all the consequences later. He can take on the matter himself. The guy thought about it because the girl knows what could happen, but she doesn't know what those who arranged it all look like. Lily doesn't understand why he stopped asking questions about the dark magician. He accepted the girl's position. Tyler was delighted to give the bride a tour of the grand castle. Lily noticed that the castle looked almost the same as in the pictures from the story. The guy told her everything about the castle. She was surprised that the guy could change the interior of the castle if she didn't like something here. The guy reminded her that soon this castle would belong to a girl, so he wanted her to like everything. Tyler stared at her. Lily didn't understand why he was approaching her. She started to worry that the guy would kiss her right now. The girl couldn't allow this to happen. Lily decided to ask directly the reason why the guy tried to kiss her. Tyler doesn't understand what the girl is talking about. He noticed leaves in his hair and wanted to remove them. She had to justify that she didn't want to kiss the guy. The guy began to think that the girl was more liberated than he was. Lily tried to explain that she was misunderstood. Tyler didn't listen to her excuses. He gave her a tour and then led her to the guest room. Lily was surprised because the guy decided to spend the night in the guest room next to her. He asked her to contact him for help at any time. She decided not to interfere, but at night the girl noticed that the duchy became even more beautiful under the moonlight. The girl saw that the light in the distance went out. She realized that something was happening. She decided to tell the Duke everything. Greg came to the noise. She was not awakened by Lily's knock. She wants to know what the girl was doing in the Duke's chambers at such a late hour. Lily didn't tell her the reason. She said that nothing important was happening, but she urgently needed to talk to the Duke. Greg began to think about what Lily could have said to the guy in the middle of the night. She imagined a picture of how the lady could not sleep without him. The girl was surprised when the conversation turned to her father. Greg started saying strange things. Tyler came out to the noise. He wants to know what made the girl come to him. Lily knew about his physical attributes, but she had no idea how good he was. His face looked great. The girl couldn't say anything. She was looking at his body. She realized that in front of her stood the ideal image of the protagonist of a romantic story, and Lily fell in love with him again. Lily had difficulty reporting that the power had gone out in the small village. She couldn't think straight around him. Aiden ran to the Duke and told him that all the lights in the village had gone out, just as they had once gone out on the outskirts. He thinks that the unquenchable flame can help them, like last time. Lily suspected that Eden was talking about the time the Duke had to borrow her phoenix. Tyler understood everything and asked everyone to come downstairs. He would come to them soon. The Duke was sorry that he couldn't talk to the girl. He promised that they would discuss everything later. Lily did not calm down. She asked him questions about the situation. She was worried that they were in danger. He won't let the girl go with him. The guy doesn't have fire magic like the girl, but he has other abilities. Tyler didn't ask her to stay in the castle so that he could use her in critical situations. Lily thinks that she has to go. The guy tries to explain to her that in this village she will be incredibly cold because all the lights have gone out. It was the guy's house. He would deal with the problem himself. He asked her to stay put and not interfere. The girl couldn't hold back and started yelling at the guy because she wasn't satisfied with the guy's answer. Tyler himself said that she could do whatever she wanted here, but he listened to the presentation and began to recant his words. She told him that now was not the time to waste on arguments while poor people were suffering, that he could not refuse her help. The guy couldn't say anything to her. He was shocked that the girl had snapped at him. Lily felt ashamed because she couldn't help but call the Duke names. She didn't want to offend him. She didn't understand why the guy was silent and didn't scold her for swearing. The girl will not ask him for forgiveness, so that he will definitely not leave her in the castle. She will stand her ground. Lily asked him to be quiet. She needed time to change. The guy should wait for her. She is glad that it was possible to avoid conflict. The girl will apologize a little later. People were freezing in their homes. The girl tried to warm the children. She said that the Duke would soon come to them and help. The girl couldn't sit still. She noticed the fiery feathers of a phoenix on the street. Lily used the bird. With its power, it will warm everyone who is here. The children watched her and asked their mother questions about who this girl was. The woman could not explain it to them. She called the girl a saint who did not abandon them in trouble. Lily was called the one who came to save the North. With her fire, she would help everyone in the area. She went through every house to bring him back to her. The girl was tired. She was tired of listening to thanks from every person. She started to feel dizzy. The guy noticed that the girl had turned pale. She had overdone it. Lily said that she was fine and asked the guy not to worry about her. The Duke could do nothing when consciousness left the girl's body. The man explained that it was a short-term faint because Lily had used up all the mana she had. He told the Duke that the girl would recover while she slept. Her strength would return to normal. Tyler let him go. He felt better because Lily would come to her senses soon. He would never have taken her with him if he had known how hard she would work. The guy didn't want to use the girl to save his people. He always managed on his own, but lately he had no choice but to use the phoenix. He was tormented by the prince's words that he had become engaged to the girl only for his own benefit. Tyler no longer knows who owns the duchy, and it was never his plan to use Lily. He knew that the girl had been in love with the crown prince for a long time, so she could not pay attention to him without any reason. Lily always showed that she truly liked the guy. She didn't ask him for anything. He liked to watch her. The guy noticed all the charming details of her behavior. He remembered how she blushed when she saw him, and this did not go unnoticed by him. Tyler loved the smile she gave him. Lily never left when someone needed help. She was kinder and stronger than any girl the guy had ever met. The guy doesn't understand how one cannot love her. He wants Lily to belong completely to him. Tyler watched the girl sleep, waiting for her to come to her senses. He won't let anyone be with her. The guy will always be by her side. Lily enjoyed being in the boy's arms. She wanted this moment to last forever. She was drooling at the very thought of the guy. The girl was fascinated by him. The girl woke up and realized that it was a good dream. She doesn't understand where she is. Lily clearly remembers that she stopped in another room, and it seemed to her that the pillow in her hands smelled of the Duke. She realized she was in his room. Lily imagined how wonderful he looked when he was busy with work. She was pleased just to imagine him like this. The girl didn't notice how Tyler appeared behind her. He was wondering what pleasant thing she was thinking about. He asked her not to move so that she would not hurt herself. The guy said that she lost consciousness due to the loss of all magical power. He was very scared for her. Tyler relayed the doctor's words that she had recovered, but needed more time to get a good rest. Lily doesn't think she can relax next to the guy because he blinded her with his beauty. He was surprised when the girl told him about her desire to sit down. She didn't want to lie down all the time. Tyler decided to pick her up to make her feel comfortable. Lily was shocked by his actions. The girl wanted to sit down, so the Duke didn't see a problem and fulfilled her wish. He thinks that the girl doesn't need a pillow because he is nearby. The guy moved it away so that nothing would bother them. He felt incredibly pleased to hug the girl. Lily thought that something happened while she was unconscious. She does not understand why the guy started acting like this. Tyler is willing to fulfill any wish of the girl because all the residents were fine thanks to the girl. She has no desires because she did everything for the good of people and not for her own benefit. He asks her not to refuse. Lily claims that she has no desires. Lily promised to let him know later if she came up with anything. Tyler asks her to share now what she is thinking about at the moment. The girl understands that this time it is not a dream, but reality. She examined the features of his magnificent face. She heard her inner angel whisper that she should push the guy away because he was meant for another girl. The devil was talking about something else. She can kiss her own fiancé. It is not considered cheating. Lily didn't know what to do. Her stomach made noise and ruined the whole atmosphere. Tyler will bring her something to eat. The girl exhaled, her heart almost jumping out of her chest. The guy closed the doors. He couldn't go for food right away. He wanted to stay here. It was difficult for him to resist the girl's charm. He remembered how beautiful she looked. He didn't want to leave her alone for a minute. The father contacted the girl. He wanted to know that everything was okay with his daughter. He was having a hard time containing his emotions. He is sure that Lily was in danger because of the Duke. Lily did not tell him anything. The man claims that the guy deliberately proposed to the girl in order to use her in his house. Lily said that she herself asked to go with the Duke. Her father did not like the fact that the girl was defending her fiancé. He was surprised when he learned that the girl shouted at the Duke to take her with him. The man couldn't believe that Lily had allowed herself to yell at someone who was second only to the throne, someone who only gave way to the crown prince. The father was shocked because his daughter could have hit the guy if he had not been a duke. He asked Lily to stay in the duchy until the guy was in a good mood. The man wanted his daughter to rest. Lily stayed in the duchy against her will. Tyler was glad about it. He showed her his favorite places. The guy never left her alone. They were always together. The day came when Lily had to leave the castle. The guy did not want her to leave him. He had no reason to detain her. Greg noticed the Duke. She came out to him. Tyler thought he woke her up, for which he apologized. The guy didn't make any noise, so he understood why Lily's father valued this girl. Greg wanted to know why the Duke wasn't sleeping at such a late hour. He stood near Lily's room but did not go inside. He wanted to see her again. Greg was struck by the Duke's honesty. She thought he just wanted to talk to Lily. Tyler admitted that he misses the girl. Even though he spent the whole day with her, he himself understands that he is behaving strangely, standing near her room. The girl thinks that there is nothing strange in the guy's behavior because he is in love with her. The guy didn't say anything to her after she said she was in love. He couldn't find the words. She sees how happy the guy is with Lily, how he wants to do everything possible for her, and the girl sees love in this. Greg asks the guy not to hide his feelings. She believes that Lily will reciprocate his feelings. The guy couldn't realize that he had fallen in love with a girl. Lily looked at the photographs that were in the castle. She noticed that the guy had been handsome since childhood. She was not surprised by this because the Duke's parents had incredible looks. She noted that the genes work perfectly. The girl was not alone for long. The guy found her in the hallway after he finished work. Tyler admitted that he ran away. He remembers that the girl is leaving today. He wants to do something for her so that he can see the girl's smile. He thinks that what might make her happy is that Lily told him how beautiful his mother was. Tyler suggested that she go to the greenhouse. Lily had completely forgotten about this place, which was mentioned in the original. She remembers that in this magnificent greenhouse, Tyler secretly met with Rachel, where no one bothered them. Lily didn't refuse to go there. She wants to see the beauty of this place with her own eyes. The girl didn't hide how good she felt in this place. Tyler watched her reaction. She couldn't describe what she felt. It seemed to her that an entire forest had been transported here. It was the most beautiful place she had ever seen in her entire life. Tyler was happy to look at the smiling girl. He remembered what Greg had said about his feelings for her. The guy built a greenhouse because he was tired of the cold. He's glad he did it because Lily likes being here. The girl suggested drinking tea here. She doesn't want to leave here. Tyler kept his eyes on her, reassuring her that she wasn't being loud. Lily began to think she had something on her face because the guy was staring at her. She wondered what exactly the guy had realized while standing next to her. Tyler admitted that he constantly thinks about the girl. He wants to make her smile. He is happy when Lily smiles. His heart stops when something happens to the girl. The guy didn't understand what was happening to him next to the girl, but finally the truth dawned on him. Tyler realized this was what love felt like, and he was ready to confess. He told Lily that he loved her with all his heart. The girl didn't expect to hear something like this from him. She was embarrassed by his confession. Lily said something unintelligible to the guy and left. She couldn't stay alone with him. At the Duke's residence, she had to sort through all the invitations that had been sent, and while sorting them, she tried to put her thoughts in order. Tyler pretended that nothing had happened, and the girl never asked him why he hadn't told her anything about what had happened. She knows that nothing would have changed after the conversation. The girl does not doubt the sincerity of his feelings. Lily is waiting for an event at which his feelings will inevitably change. The guy decided that they could meet at his house since he wouldn't have work that day. The girl was surprised that he would be free from the original. She remembered that he was supposed to be made a patrolman. The Empress resorted to trickery and sent an anonymous letter to download the guy. Because of this, the guy found himself in a crowd when he always avoided them. There he met Rachel and fell in love. Lily was worried because in this story their meeting happened earlier and the relationship between them never worked out. She has no doubt that a spark will appear between them that will mark the beginning of their relationship. The meeting at the Harvest Festival should be the beginning. She had a thought that because of her, the planned meeting might not take place. She can't allow the original plot to be completely ruined, otherwise she won't be able to get everything back. Lily feels like this will allow her to stay with Tyler. She is worried. The girl does not know what she should do. The guy noticed that the girl was silent for a long time. He invited her to meet at the Harvest Festival. Lily suggested spending time in the Grand Duchy since the guy had no business. Aiden had to stop the guy. He told him about the problem. The Duke was unhappy. He won't be able to meet the girl in the duchy because the prince insisted that the Duke patrol the streets during the festival. Lily is shocked that the letter was not anonymous and that it was sent by Kyle. Tyler warned that he would only be busy for one day and that he could still meet the girl tomorrow. The girl allowed him to stay on her estates when he arrived in the capital. Lily was disappointed in herself. She foolishly hoped that events would be different, but the guy would still end up on patrol. The letter from the prince proved that in history, it is the small details that change, not the main events. She convinced herself that this was the way it should be, that she didn't have to change anything. During the holiday, people did not sit at home. They walked and enjoyed the good weather. Rachel is glad that Lily joined her on the holiday. The girl was unable to be with the Duke because of his patrol. Today, Rachel is supposed to meet Tyler. She is supposed to develop feelings for him. She is happy because the Duke will not interfere with their walk today, and Lily will witness the birth of a new love. Lily would have to keep a low profile when Rachel was around the Duke. She promised herself she would leave them alone. A girl walked past them. She deliberately did not move to the side so as not to touch Rachel. Selena was amused, and she apologized with a grin for offending Rachel. Lily wanted to help her friend, but she didn't like the behavior of her interlocutors. Selena doesn't understand why Rachel is trying to remove a stain from an old worn dress. Rachel didn't say anything to her. She was hurt by the way she was treated. Selena didn't expect to hear that the dress actually belonged to Lily. She lent it to her friend. Lily stood up for Rachel. Selena doesn't believe it because Lily has no reason to wear the most ordinary dresses. She couldn't help but laugh. An argument broke out between her and Lily. Selena promised to compensate for the damaged dress, and the girl demanded that she apologize to Rachel. She had to say that she had accidentally touched her, that she had not meant to spoil her appearance. The girls ran away to avoid Lily's anger. She was not surprised by their terrible character. Lily is worried that Rachel might be scared, and she wants to reassure her. Rachel was having a hard time holding back the tears. They were just flowing. It was hard for her to tell Lily what she felt. The girl hugged her to calm her down. She doesn't understand why Rachel is crying for no reason. Rachel is shocked that the girl lied because the dress does not belong to her. She claims that Lily is an amazing person. She compared her to a princess on a white horse who protects her from all problems. Lily wants to cheer her up. She offered to buy her some cotton candy. She had to leave Rachel alone. The girl will wait for her friend. She is happy to be friends with her. The girl noted Rachel's kind heart and how determined she could be, a trait she remembered Tyler valued. The man handed over the cotton wool. The girl wants to tidy up Rachel so that she looks good before meeting the Duke. Lily couldn't find Rachel. She didn't know where to look for her. A couple of minutes later, she saw her. Rachel was looking somewhere. The girl rushed to save the child she could not stand by while the baby was in danger. Lily saw this scene as the very moment when Rachel was supposed to first meet Tyler in the original. The girl saved the child. He was not injured, but she sustained an injury after the fall. Kyle was there, reaching out to her to make sure she was okay. Lily was surprised because it wasn't Tyler. She wondered where he was. He appeared unexpectedly. The guy was looking for her. He wanted to take a walk with her. The girl understands that history has changed. She couldn't believe it. The plot of the original story has changed. Rachel has met another guy with whom she can start a family. Lily became the object of the Duke's adoration. He was head over heels in love with her. The prince ordered the doctor to properly treat Rachel's wound. In the original, Tyler was supposed to feel something for her. The girl understands that without the main point, these two have no reason to get closer. She, despite the fact that everything did not go according to plan, felt relieved. Tyler stayed with her. He enjoyed the time he spent with the girl. He decided to feed the girl cotton wool. He wanted to take care of her. The guy was fascinated by her. He wanted her to try his food. Lily did not stop him. No one bothered them until they heard a shout that the guy should move away from Lily. Kyle asks the Duke to show respect to the one who will become Empress in the future. Tyler asked him to stop talking nonsense. The prince doesn't like the way the Duke is treating him. The Duke explains that if the girl becomes Empress, he will take the post of Emperor, and they will ascend the throne together. He didn't expect cotton wool to fly at him. They tried to shut him up. Lily hopes the prince didn't hear what Tyler just said. She doesn't want them to fight. Kyle asks her to calm down. He doesn't pay attention to the nonsense that the Duke is talking. The girl doesn't believe that the prince was joking just now. Tyler didn't take part in the conversation. He was trying his companion's cotton wool. Tyler proposed the idea of giving up the throne to him. Kyle refused him, and he was informed that the treatment was complete. The doctor can leave. Rachel is grateful to the prince for his concern. The guy was amazed at how the girl jumped under the wheels of the carriage without hesitation to save the child. He noticed a stain on his dress and thought it was from the fall. Rachel said it was earlier. Kyle didn't want the beautiful dress to be ruined, so he used force to fix the misunderstanding. Lily watched as the boy used magic to clean his clothes, and she was amazed at his resourcefulness. She compared its strength to that of a washing machine. It easily got rid of dirt. The guy had redeemed himself in the girl's eyes, and Tyler was surprised by this. Kyle had no problem helping Rachel get herself in order, and the girl was grateful for his concern. He always does everything for the well-being of his people. Rachel did not listen to him and ran away. The girl wants to go for a walk with Lily further. She will not leave her with the Duke. Tyler asked her to stay away from his companion because from now on, he would always be by her side. Kyle would have been glad for Rachel to leave too. He decided that he was staying with Lily. Rachel is amazed that the guys are bothering them. When they first arrived, the girls had a good time at the party in each other's company. Until this moment, Lily was surprised that she had not yet seen them quarreling. She did not know how to calm them all down. Lily decided to spend the rest of her time with Rachel, leaving the boys alone. The boys didn't come here for fun. They need to get back to their regular duties. Lily wasn't surprised that the story around her hadn't changed, that the people around her continued to argue over her. She didn't care that the original story had changed. The prince continued to give commands to the boy. The Duke didn't like it. The girl was happy because Tyler still smiled only at her. She smiled back at him because she was glad that he stayed with her. The next day, Lily thought she would spend time at home, but the Duke had his own plans. He changed his mind about staying at home, so he wanted to go for a walk with his girlfriend at the party. Yesterday, he saw couples in love showing their feelings. The guy had seen too many couples who didn't hide how they felt about their other half. Tyler wanted to try it. He felt like he was losing because he had never walked around with a girl like that himself. Lily caught envy in his words. The guy couldn't calmly look at the couples in love. The Duke begged the girl to go with him. She could not refuse him. On the second day, she went with him to see various sights. They looked like happy lovers. The couple took part in various games and took photos together as a keepsake. At night, they looked at the fireworks, and the girl was told where they were created. Tyler revealed that one family uses their magic for practical purposes, like fireworks, rather than fighting monsters. He's sure Lily is capable of doing the same with her fire magic. The girl realized that she had failed to show that she was born into this world. She did not look like a noblewoman. The guy didn't want to offend her. He was pointing out that she easily gets along with all people, regardless of their status. Tyler is happy that he was able to spend this day with the one he loves. He asks the girl to share with him all the moments that are happening in his life for the first time. Lily was embarrassed by this proposal. She was pleased that the guy liked being with her. The girl got engaged to him only because of her own desire to survive, but the guy actually belongs to someone else. She was happy to spend time with him, knowing that he would have to be let go. She had no intention of taking possession of the boy, no matter how much she wanted to. The girl did not want to change the original story because of her own desires. She doesn't know if she can get the guy together with Rachel. The girl can't cope with the new circumstances. Now she doesn't want to push the guy away from her. Tyler looked at her with love. Lily was at a loss for words. She didn't have to answer right now. Tyler wanted the girl to know about his feelings. He would wait until Lily reciprocated his feelings. He had the idea that she was lying to him, but that was not true. Lily always told him the truth. She never lied to him about her feelings for him. The girl admitted that she fell in love with the guy from the first minute she met him. She was happy when the guy confessed his love. She no longer wants to think about the original story. Lily wants to be with him. Tyler couldn't believe this was actually happening. He didn't stand still. The guy came up to her. He kissed her. The girl did not push him away. She stopped the guy. The girl was surprised that the guy suddenly attacked her. The Duke saw the perfect moment for a kiss. Lily did not deny that the guy was a great kisser. The girl herself was surprised when she heard what she said. She shouldn't say that. Tyler also enjoyed kissing the girl. Lily wanted to talk to him, but she had a hard time gathering her strength. She told the guy that he didn't have to ask her permission to kiss her. The guy didn't know this because for him, as for the girl, it was the first kiss. Tyler repeated his question about the girl being with him forever. He wants to know that she agrees to this. Lily gave a positive answer. They did not pay attention to anyone. The couple would dedicate all their endeavors to each other. Lily was happy to be in the arms of her beloved Duke. In the place where the girl lived before her reincarnation, there were sayings that could describe this picture. She wanted to know what the guy was doing. Tyler was waiting for the girl in her bed. He was not going to leave. Lily thinks the guy is determined to move on when they've just moved on to a new stage. The guy was given a separate room. Tyler didn't like it. He felt uncomfortable. He refused the girl's offer to change places. He wants to be near her. The guy understands that because they sleep in different beds, they will spend little time together because he is returning home tomorrow. Lily has stopped thinking about the original, so she can relax and follow her feelings. The girl loses control of herself. She wants to be with the guy. Her heart practically jumped out of her chest from a simple kiss. She doesn't know what will happen to her next. Lily decided to sleep on the couch so that the guy wouldn't think anything bad about her. He didn't like it. He was glad when the girl agreed to sleep next to him. The guy wouldn't bother her. Tyler couldn't sleep next to Lily. He wondered if the girl was sleeping. He was surprised that she was able to fall asleep at such a moment. The guy wanted to ask a question. The guy fell silent when Lily stopped him. In the dream, the girl clung to him. She said how happy she was to be next to him, that he belonged completely to her. Lily woke up happy. She hadn't slept like this for a long time. She noticed that the guy still hadn't woken up. The girl couldn't take her eyes off him. Tyler looked great even when he was sleeping. He was always good-looking. Lily enjoyed looking at him. She couldn't believe that such a magnificent man belonged to her. She didn't expect that the guy hadn't slept for a long time. He turned her over to show his superiority. Tyler didn't sleep all night because he couldn't sleep properly in the presence of a girl. Lily thought she was snoring, but she wasn't. She doesn't understand why the guy couldn't sleep. He didn't want to explain this to her. The main thing for him was that the girl got enough sleep. The maid entered the room. She wanted to talk to the mistress. The girl did not know that the Duke was in the room. Jenna apologized for disturbing them. Lily rushed to catch up with her. She wants to explain that there was nothing between her and the guy. Jenna promised that she wouldn't tell her father anything. Tyler wants to arrange the wedding as soon as possible so that he can legally be near the girl. The maid almost forgot why she came. She handed Lily a letter. It was an invitation from the Empress herself. The woman wanted to meet Lily. The girl was surprised by her desire. She did not know why the Empress wanted to see her. Lily arrived at the palace accompanied by Sir Greg and Rachel and was amazed by the beauty of the building. It was Rachel's first time here, and she was grateful to the girl for the invitation. Tyler became angry when he read in the letter that the Empress called Lily the future crown princess. Lily tried to stop him. She convinced him that she could handle everything herself, and to calm him down, she kissed him. Jenna felt awkward standing next to them. She managed to calm the guy down with difficulty. Rachel was glowing with happiness. The girl was told that only those invited by the Empress could enter the palace, but Greg would remain outside. Lily noted that the greenhouse in the Duke's castle was much more beautiful than the one in the Empress's palace. Kyle was happy to meet the girl. He couldn't resist when he saw her. He reminded her that she had come to the imperial palace, so they had to meet. The guy asked the girl to talk about their future together, but Rihanna stopped him. The woman invited him to have tea with the girl a little later. She had an important matter to discuss with her. Kyle doesn't want to put off tea. His mother asks him to grow up and listen to her. Rihanna offered to show Rachel their garden while she talked to Lily. The guy agreed with her and asked her to end the conversation as soon as possible. Lily was waiting for the moment when the prince would leave the nest and become independent. Lucky enough to find herself alone with the original villain, Rihanna asks her to follow her. The woman said that she takes care of the flowers herself and enjoys taking care of them all. Lily understood how the prince had become a mama's boy. Rihanna asked the girl to break off her engagement with the Duke. She would take care of all the problems. Lily expected them to get straight to the point. She said she wasn't going to do that because she loved the Duke. The woman was convinced of the Duke's talent for making women fall in love with him, and Lily noted that it was she who had charmed the guy. Rihanna didn't stop. She talked about what an honor it was for a girl to become an empress, and an argument started between them. She said that the girl's feelings would not live forever, that she could not go against the will of the imperial family, no matter what her status. Lily reminded that there is no law that requires her to ask permission to marry the man she loves. The girl believes that the Empress will not use her power to achieve personal goals. She can agree with the woman that love does not live forever. The girl understands that her feelings for the Duke may disappear in the future. Lily wants to give herself entirely to this fleeting feeling. She will not give it up. She doesn't plan to stay here because Lily spent a long time with the Empress and also spent time with the prince. Lily said once again that she was not going to live with the prince, and she asked that this be conveyed to the Empress. Kyle asks her not to be strict. He is ready to wait for the girl to fall in love with him again. The girl asks him to forget her. The guy is not going to give up. He tolerated everything the girl told him because it was his punishment for not answering her, but it hurt him. The guy asks the girl to give him hope. He doesn't want to lose it. Rachel decided to say that you can't force yourself on someone and call it love. The prince jokes that love is spoken of by those who know nothing about it, and Rachel doesn't hide this. Kyle heard from her that Lily was stressed when talking to him and the Empress because of their proposals. The guy went about his business and asked for forgiveness for not being able to see the girl off personally. Lily thought Rachel had become closer to the prince. She said that today they had their first long talk. Rachel replied that she and the prince mostly discussed Lily. The girl listened as they asked her friend everything in order to get to know her better. She knows that the guy has bad memories of her during the academy. Lily doesn't know for sure what happened at the academy. She thought that Kyle spoke badly about her. Rachel began to envy the prince because he never left Lily's side at the academy. She has no memories of the girl when she studied at the academy. She would like to go back in time and fix everything. Lily suggested that she create new memories so that Rachel would not be jealous of the prince. Rihanna doesn't understand why Kyle didn't get engaged to Lily before the Duke. She blames the guy for ignoring Lily for a long time, which is why now she can't fix the situation. The woman asks him not to worry, she will do everything. Kyle asked her not to interfere, he would do everything himself. The guy remembered Rachel's words about his behavior. Rihanna doesn't understand where her son heard the phrase that you can't force yourself on someone and call it love. Kyle doesn't want to force Lily. Rihanna asks him to trust her. She will do everything carefully. Lily met a guy near the palace. He was worried about her, so he came here. Love can be called an illusion that dissolves without testing. The Empress is confident that Lily will not speak well of the Duke in the future. She is waiting for this moment to come. A woman will not miss her chance. The Empress found a flower in the office. It helped her to let blood. She sprinkled the box with her blood to open it. The dark magician is glad that he was called. He thought that the woman had forgotten about him. Rihanna didn't forgive him. She remembers that because of him her son almost died. The magician asked for forgiveness for the mistake at the festival. He received a chance to atone for his guilt. The magician is grateful to her for her kindness. Rihanna came up with the whole thing. She asked him to create a disaster in the north. Any disaster will suit her. She wants to see a lot of deaths so that the north is devastated. The magician was interested in how long this would continue, but the woman did not take this into account. She asked the magician to destroy people until Lily changed her mind about becoming the Duke's wife. Lily was enjoying her time with her fiancé. He asked her to stop because he needed to check something. The girl was interested in what the guy decided to do. She asked him questions. Tyler kissed her without warning. He wanted her to feel something. Lily said that she didn't feel anything special except that she felt good. The guy decided to show her that he could create fire. Lily is amazed. She didn't think he had such an ability. She was fascinated by his unquenchable fire. Tyler had great control over his magic. He controlled fire. She wanted to know when the boy acquired the ability to create flames. Lily didn't expect that he had power after he kissed her. Tyler had doubts about what was happening, but after the kiss he was finally convinced of it. He assumed that the girl was transferring fire magic to him during the kiss, and they were becoming stronger. Lily remembers that this wasn't in the original. She assumed it wasn't mentioned due to her early death. The guy said that he could create fire for a maximum of a few hours. Lily thought that they needed to kiss more often to be stronger. Tyler was intrigued by the idea. The girl said it without thinking. He liked that the girl got into the role of the Duchess and was thinking about how the guy would save people with the help of fire. The guy understands that this hypothesis can only be tested in one way. They don't have to worry because they just need to kiss more often. Lily noticed that her lips were swollen because the guy couldn't tear himself away from her. They kissed at any convenient moment. The couple enjoyed themselves. The girl didn't expect that the story could have such a twist, and she fell in love with it even more. She would have to kiss the Duke more often to keep him strong. She was glad about that. It dawned on her that the flood had never happened. She remembered that it was supposed to happen right after the harvest festival. She knows that after the flood a plague must come. The girl can stop it after capturing the dark magician. Lily will be able to act when the plague comes. She needs to call Rachel to stop it. Rachel had the power to resist dark magic. This power is only possessed by the girls of Rachel's family. She was the only one who could stop the absorption of the entire empire. Lily remembers that fighting the plague brought Rachel and Tyler closer together, but now they have no chance of that. Thanks to her boyfriend, the girl realized that magic can be used not only to fight monsters, but also for entertainment. Kyle, for example, can use magic to cleanse, so the girl should delve into studying her ability. Tyler noticed that the girl had started digging through her magic textbooks again. Lily was bored, so she called Rachel over and they would go to the library tomorrow. The girl wants to repeat the material after the academy. She wants to become stronger. She was surprised because the guy knows that the accident with the monsters at the festival happened because of dark magic. Tyler personally investigated this case. He saw that monsters appeared in the place where he was hunting. He remembers that, according to the girl, the flood was supposed to happen because of the dark magician. He was told not to report the mage's activities, so he did not send anything to the Imperial Palace. Lily is tired. She can't continue the conversation because she wants to sleep, and at parting the guy asked her to do something. She doesn't think it's necessary. Tyler reminded her that she promised to do this before leaving. The girl did not argue with the guy. She would do what he wanted. Lily kissed him, after which the happy guy said goodbye to her. She still couldn't believe that she had kissed him through a means of communication. Lily decided not to think about it and go to bed. In the morning, Lily got ready for a meeting with Rachel. She prepared several books to study. The girl dressed in her best. Lily thought they were going on a picnic. Lily reminded them that they were going to spend time in the library, so there was no need to dress up. Rachel remembers their agreement that they would have a joint lesson today. She didn't sleep all night because of anticipation. Lily doesn't see any reason to worry here. Rachel is happy because Lily appreciates her because she can make up for the academy time. The girl was at a loss for words when she arrived at the library. She saw how many books there were about Lily's family. Rachel is happy because by reading books about Lily, she can get closer to her. The girl chose different books. Greg helped her. Lily was sure that studying magic would be much more useful than studying her family. Lily tried to direct her to the section where the necessary books were kept. Rachel promised herself that she would read all the books about her friend. The girl convinced Rachel that reading about sacred power would be fascinating. Greg kept an eye on the ladies. Lily was completely immersed in studying magic. Rachel confirmed that if Lily touched her, she would be able to see evil spirits. As a rule, spirits summoned by a dark magician are invisible to the human eye. This can be corrected by touching the possessor of sacred power. Lily touched Rachel. She wants to escape from those whom she would not be able to see in a normal state. The girl read that even the blood of the carrier can help to see invisible creatures. Rachel knew this. She said that women in her family were constantly asked to donate blood so that they could fight the spirits. Lily was the only one who believed that Rachel had an amazing gift. Rachel explained that dark magic was banned, so her power was useless, and the academy wanted to cancel the power classes. The girl became angry because such a useful force was not taken into account. She claims that the day will come when only Rachel's power will help in the fight against dark magic. A friend shouldn't be downhearted. She's not useless. Rachel was grateful for those words. She was often humiliated. Considered no different from ordinary people, Lily is amazed at how Rachel loves to cry. Aiden has urgent business to bring to the Duke. He needs to prepare a portal to the library. He was told that the Duke's fiancée was studying there. Aiden was surprised. Tyler was proud of the girl that even after graduating from the academy with honors, she continued to improve. The guy said that Lily was the only one who could cope with the unquenchable flame. Aiden doesn't want to listen to the Duke praise the girl, but he has no choice. He decided to bring the guy some tea. The Duke continued talking about the girl. Tyler is thinking about skipping the engagement and going straight to the wedding. He doesn't have the patience. He wants to make Lily his wife as soon as possible so that the wedding night can come faster. Aiden thought the guy had made progress in his desires, but he was wrong. Tyler didn't notice how he appeared with a cup of tea. It was difficult for him to admit that he hadn't gone beyond kissing. He understands that it will be better this way, because haste can ruin everything. Aiden is confident that speed cannot hinder lovers. It seems to him that the guy is going to take care of the girl because she is priceless to him. Tyler doesn't want to be seen as old-fashioned, and Aiden is worried that his words might be taken as an excuse. The guy is afraid that he might lose control next to Lily. He wants to be free next to her. Aiden didn't want to listen to all this. He learned too much unnecessary information. Tyler thinks the girl might run away from him if she gets to know him better, so he wants to make it official. Rachel cooked food for Lily because the food at the temple wasn't the best quality. Lily enjoyed the food, and Rachel was pleased to hear that her efforts weren't in vain. The girl asked her friend to teach her how to cook. Rachel would be happy to share the recipe. Lily was informed that the Duke had arrived and was glad to see him. Tyler dressed his best to impress the girl. The girl asked Greg to take Rachel inside. Lily should talk to the groom, after which she would join them. Rachel was upset. She didn't want to leave without her friend. Sir Greg asked her to go inside. Lily didn't pay any attention to them. She dissolved into the Duke. Rachel's face changed and she did not respond to the calls to her. Greg got through to her. Rachel apologized for not answering. She walked on, not paying attention to her friend, and the Duke books were waiting for her. Greg was busy putting away books and noticed that the girl was depressed without Lily. The girl enjoyed her time with the Duke. They did not pay attention to the world around them. Greg watched Rachel and had the thought that Rachel was jealous of the Duke towards her friend. The girl thought that Rachel had started to have feelings for the guy, which is why she couldn't look at him normally in Lily's presence. Tyler didn't look at Rachel. He was completely focused on Lily. Rachel asked about Lily and Tyler's wedding. Sir Greg thinks it will be happening soon. The girl understands that she has little time left when she can calmly be near Lily. Greg didn't expect Rachel to be worried about her relationship with Lily and not with the Duke. Rachel wishes her friend nothing but happiness and is not going to stand in her way. She feels uneasy when she sees Lily spending time with the Duke. Lily was having fun with the guy. She acted like a child around him. Tyler responded in kind. They were happy. Rachel is worried that the girl will go north after the wedding and forget about her completely. Greg thought wrongly towards Rachel. She asks her not to worry because Lily values her friend. The girl wants to know where Greg got this information from. She explained that Lily enjoyed spending her free time with Rachel, and both were happy to communicate with each other. Lily used to be a nasty person. She was harsh. Upon returning from Paran, Lily became a different person. Kindness appeared in her. Greg is sure that these changes occurred due to the appearance of Rachel in her mistress's life, that she managed to change Lily beyond recognition. Rachel didn't know she had such a strong influence on her friend. She couldn't believe it. The girl beamed with happiness because she was glad to know that Lily appreciated her. She thanked Greg and felt much better after her words. The couple walked through the garden, Lily telling them that her studies of magic were going well. Lily couldn't believe that her friend's power was considered useless. Tyler thinks that her powers are not really needed by anyone. The girl intends to prove him wrong. She wants to show everyone that this power is important. She knows that the time will soon come when only sacred power can help them. Tyler believes every word the girl says. He won't argue with her. He noticed that sometimes the girl looked like a clairvoyant, that she often spoke about the future. Lily realizes that she sometimes acts strange because she looks like she knows the future. Tyler himself was strange because he believed every word the girl said. She thought that she could tell him the truth about her origin, that she was not from this world. The girl doubts that such a story can be believed. Aiden ran out of the palace. He needed to find the Duke. He looked for the Duke everywhere. Tyler thought that he had forgotten to sign an important document. Aiden couldn't catch his breath. The guy reported that an epidemic had started in the north. The couple were told that the disease spread quickly, infecting everyone in its path. An entire village had to be cordoned off to contain the disease. The Duke wants to find the source of the disease in order to fight it effectively. Lily assures that she already knows the reason. She tells them that dark magic is to blame for everything. Lily requests that Rachel be under 24/7 security to prevent the dark mage from gaining access to her power. Rachel will be caring for the sick, and comfortable conditions will be created for them. Tyler will be in charge of monitoring the area and will be required to report any new cases of infection. Lily told them a plan on how they could overcome this disaster. The guy told Aiden that he would soon be heading north. Aiden had to report that they had another problem. The lights in the village had gone out. Tyler was surprised by this. Lily, knowing the original, did not expect that this could happen. The dark magician was definitely behind everything that happened in the original. Nothing else happened during the epidemic. Lily remembers that the flood still didn't happen. She doesn't understand why history is developing differently. Tyler asked to send some of the forces dealing with the epidemic to the village. The girl is against it. She can help there herself. He is worried that the girl will not be able to deal with everything on her own. Lily is confident in her abilities. She asked to give the exact coordinates of the village without fire. Rachel watched as the couple argued over how the Duke didn't want his bride to be around the plague. Tyler accepts the girl's stubbornness. He worries about her. Lily cannot stand by while a disaster occurs in the north. They promised to join the guy as soon as the village was safe. Tyler let the girl go. He will contact her when the opportunity arises. Lily said goodbye to them and asked them to be careful. She was worried about them. The girl rushed after them. She needed to talk to the Duke. She asked the guy to follow her so that no one could overhear them. Jenna was looking for Lily. She thought that the girl was supposed to go north with the Duke. Rachel explained that Lily was discussing something with Tyler and that she herself had decided to go north to solve the problems. They had been talking for a long time. The couple had lost track of time. The lovers couldn't tear themselves away from each other. Someone tried to contact them. Tyler realized that it was not Aiden. Lily asked the guy to move on because Rachel was waiting for him. The guy said goodbye to her once again. He warns the girl that she should not waste all her energy. They will contact each other. Tyler did not want to leave the girl, but he had to go. The Duke went to the village to save people. The girl wanted to help him, but she didn't succeed. She created a new fire, and it immediately went out in another place. The girl walked from one village to another without stopping to rest. Rachel did her best to save people from the plague, but the disease continued to spread and eventually engulfed the entire north. Monsters began to appear near villages. Tyler dealt with them. His homeland was on the brink of destruction. Jenna helped the girl regain her strength. She needs a little time to come to her senses. Lily remembers that trouble was supposed to happen in the north, but they were not supposed to come at the same time and on such a scale. The girl does not understand what could have led to such big differences from the original. Jenna told Lily that she had received an invitation to tea from the Empress. Lily doesn't plan to go to the party, so she asked the maid to send a refusal. She doesn't see anything wrong with not coming for tea. Jenna was worried. She knows that there has been no news from the Duke for a long time. The girl is not surprised by this. She understands that the guy was overwhelmed with problems. Lily was depressed because Rachel's help in treating the sick in the north had caused rumors to spread. People claimed that Tyler and Rachel fell in love with each other. They didn't care whether it was true or not. The girls were discussing how the couple was spending the night together, and they began to judge them. They discussed what they wanted to see. No one cared that it was all a lie. Because of the rumors, Lily was miserable. She was abandoned by her lover, who went to a close friend. Lily tried to calm Jenna down. Unlike her, she wasn't worried about the rumors. She asked the maid to pour more tea. It helps with recovery. Aiden contacted the girl. He urgently needed to talk to her. Lily immediately realized that the lights in the village had gone out. She asks for the coordinates so she can quickly move there and fix everything. She was asked not to go there because there were no survivors in that village. Jenna was worried about the girl because she had not yet regained all her strength, but she was rushing to the rear. Lily learned from the conversation that all forces were thrown into the fight against the plague, and she began to worry more. Aiden said that the ice cliff had melted, the dam had held, preventing the water from flowing further, and due to the lack of manpower, the villages without fire were found too late. The girl began to think about the cliff, which should have melted much earlier. Lily will not sit quietly. She will go to the village and personally verify the presence of living people in this place. Aiden will do everything to help the girl find the village. He mentioned the rumors that are circulating about Tyler and Rachel. The girl heard them. She wasn't very worried about it. Aiden defended the Duke, saying that Tyler wanted to marry the girl as soon as possible. The village was quiet. Lily wanted to look around so as not to miss a single detail. The girl saw that in one house there was a living child. It was a miracle, because many had died. Lily and Greg checked every house, marking the houses in which there were still living creatures. They have one house left unchecked. Greg suggests going back home. The girl was pale. She had spent a lot of energy helping the survivors. She's holding on with all her might. Lily doesn't want to leave until she's looked at the last house. Greg wanted to insist that the girl stop sacrificing herself. Suddenly, something exploded near Lily. She didn't have time to react. The girl started calling Greg. She didn't know where she was. Greg was behind her. The girl warns that something is present here. Lily must not move so as not to attract attention. She does not understand what is happening. The girl sees nothing around her. She does not understand where the danger comes from. Greg rushed to protect the girl. She covered her with herself from the enemy's blows. She took the brunt of the damage. Greg won't let the girl get hurt. Lily saw that her protector was wounded. Greg assured her that she was fine. She asked the lady to stay away. The girl couldn't believe that they had another problem besides the flood and the plague. They were surrounded by invisible spirits and could not resist them. The girl regretted that she had not prepared for the meeting with them. She was sure that the spirits would appear at the end of the epidemic. Lily tried to examine her assistant to make sure she was okay. Greg asked her to listen to her carefully. She was worried about her friend. She couldn't help Greg. The night created a barrier that protects them, but it will soon collapse. Greg asks the girl to return to the duchy while she distracts the spirits. Lily isn't going to run away. She wants to fight side by side with Greg. Greg asked the girl to listen to her. She did not want the lady to suffer. The spirits continued to attack them. Lily was left alone. Greg lost consciousness due to injury. The spirits began to attack Lily, and she was unable to hide from the invisible enemy. She realizes that she can't use fire blindly, lest she burn down the entire village. The girl was trying to find another way when Lucky appeared. He flew through houses, burning all the demons that he met on his way, but the phoenix did it blindly. Lily decided to try enveloping the phoenix in fire to get rid of the spirits more effectively. Phoenix started to behave strangely. The girl does not understand what affected him. She thought that the phoenix swallowed the demon. The girl is worried about her pet. Lily saw the phoenix surrounded by several demons, which was unexpected for her. The girl will not back down. She will continue to fight until the end. With little strength left, Lily intends to burn everyone who attacked the village. The girl got angry and surrounded herself with fire so that everyone who flew near her would suffer. Lily didn't stop. She walked forward. She was furious. Greg was not coming to. She was badly injured after the trip to the village. Lily told her that they were attacked by an invisible spirit, and Jenna began to worry because there were no such demons in the north. The girl would like the maid to explain to her how Lucky came to her aid when she did not take him with her. She's trying to figure out how the phoenix ended up in the north. Jenna reminded that the phoenix is the girl's creation. It follows her everywhere. The maid repeated the words her mistress had spoken to her after creating the phoenix. Lucky was created from the girl's life energy and was connected to her all his life. Lily said that this is why the phoenix will find her and protect her, no matter where she is. The girl thought that the phoenix was created from the flame of life. She learned new information. She saw the evil spirit because she has a connection with the phoenix and it swallowed it. Jenna realizes that the Duke will be angry when he finds out that Greg and Lily were hurt in the village while helping people. Lily felt that the story was going wrong, but she didn't pay attention to it. Something happened to her that wasn't in the original. The girl must figure out what moment in history was ruined, what led to the disaster. She needs to fix everything. She thinks that it is necessary to return the changed part to its previous state, no matter how painful it may be. Lily asked Jenna to tell Aiden that there were still survivors in the village and that people needed to be sent there. The maid will do everything. She will also tell you about the appearance of invisible demons. The girl clarified that there was no need to talk about the wounds that she and Greg received. Lily wanted to stay in her room. She had a lot to think about. She noticed a newspaper. It was dedicated to the Duke. She found it difficult to read. Jenna apologized. She didn't want the girl to see this newspaper. Lily asked not to be disturbed. The maid felt guilty. She should have put the newspaper away so that no one would see it and forgot about it. Lily was silent. She didn't want anyone to see her. Rihanna read in the newspaper that Grand Duke Tyler changed his mind about marrying Lily. He fell in love with Rachel. She liked the work and thanked Selena for her skill in figuring everything out and finding the sharp details. Selena was pleased with herself. She was glad to work for the Empress. The woman told her to spread rumors. She didn't expect that a whole article would be published on the topic. Rihanna realizes that she has to wait until the engagement between Tyler and Lily is actually broken off. After this article, the rumors will intensify and the relationship between the girl and the Duke may collapse. The lady will be broken. She dreamed of love, wanted to devote her whole life to it, but she was stupid. The Empress is confident that the engagement will soon be broken off, which is to her advantage. Selena hopes that her promise will be fulfilled after what she did to break up the relationship between Lily and Tyler. Rihanna has forgotten about it. She is ready to do whatever Selena wants. The woman promises to consider the girl as a companion for her son. Selena was glad that the woman accepted her wish. She was grateful to her. The girl wonders if the Empress is really going to fulfill Selena's request. Rihanna can do it. She has the right to do whatever she wants. She knows that it won't harm their marriage, so she's free to do whatever she wants. The Duke was informed that the number of monsters had decreased, that the plague had begun to recede, and that they would soon be able to lift the quarantine. Tyler can relax. He asked to bring a means of communication so that he could talk to the girl. Aiden was the first to contact the guy, and the Duke was scolded for not getting in touch for a long time. The assistant could not calm down because the Duke had no idea what had happened during his absence. Tyler hasn't read the newspapers. so he doesn't understand what Aiden means. Rachel was looking for him. She needed to talk to him urgently to sort out the situation. She showed him the article the guy should explain himself. The girl read him a newspaper, which said that he had changed his mind about marrying her friend. Tyler was surprised when he read that he spent the night with Rachel in a carriage. He wants to know who the author of this nonsense is. Aiden said that the rumors started spreading when he went with Rachel to the quarantine zone, and because of the article, everyone believed it. The assistant realizes that Tyler and Rachel are innocent and thinks that Lily has already read the article. Tyler is sure that the girl will not believe this nonsense, Rachel thought. He was surprised when the girl said that Lily could believe that the Duke had abandoned her. The girl said that Lily was ignoring her letters. They hadn't spoken for a long time, and Rachel felt bad about it. Tyler doesn't want to think that his beloved could believe this nonsense. He asked Rachel to calm down. Rachel will never forgive the Duke if Lily hates her. Aiden reminded that it wasn't the guy who released the article, so he shouldn't be mad at him. Tyler noted that Rachel helped the North. Jenna tried to get a message to Rachel. She said that they could try to contact the Duke. Lily did not want to communicate with them. The girl reported that Greg still hadn't woken up. She had run out of holy water, which could have speeded up her recovery. Lily thought that holy water could be obtained from the Imperial Palace. She asked to contact her father to get water. Jenna reminded that then the Duke would find out about her wounds. The lady asked the maid for a means of communication. Jenna thought that the girl would turn to the Duke for help. Jenna was wrong. Lily wasn't going to call the Duke. She wanted to get some water. The maid was upset. Kyle read that there was chaos in the North, that the Duke had fallen in love with another. He was happy when he was informed that Lily tried to contact him. The guy thought that the girl wrote to him because of the broken engagement. The prince is confident that he has a chance to connect his life with the girl. He immediately contacted her. The guy noted that she herself decided to call him. They didn't call him for no reason. Kyle can fulfill the girl's request. Lily needs holy water. She asks the guy to provide as much water as possible. Kyle noticed that something was wrong with the girl's face. He asked about her condition. He is worried that the girl has not eaten for several days, which is why she has become so pale. Lily replied that she was tired and wanted to send a man for water, but the girl was refused. Kyle can help the girl if she comes to the palace in person. He set a condition for her. The girl had to come to the palace. She hopes to receive holy water for this. The prince would give everything back after they had tea. Lily didn't like that. She couldn't refuse the prince. The girl drank tea in silence. Kyle wanted to talk about the article. Lily didn't care what was written in the newspaper. She doesn't want to talk about it. The girl asked the prince not to worry about it, even if everything written turned out to be true. Kyle sees how the girl is suffering. He can't help but worry about her. The guy continued talking about the article and noticed that the girl's hands were scratched. He wants to know what she went through. Lily says that nothing terrible happened. Kyle decided to treat her wounds. He demanded that she stop saying that she was fine, otherwise she would not see the holy water. The prince asked her not to move while he treated the wounds. The girl remained silent. The guy asked her questions about Tyler. Lily hadn't talked to him yet. Lily doesn't like this conversation. She understands that the guy is not telling her everything. Kyle admitted that the article was made up. He knows that the Duke is busy with business, so he does not have time for dates. Lily didn't expect to hear the truth from him. She didn't know what to say. The prince knows what a difficult childhood the Duke had, which is why he becomes attached to someone forever. He doesn't love the Duke, but he knows that Tyler couldn't fall in love with Rachel. Lily can rest easy because the prince claims that the Duke does not betray his loved ones. The girl was surprised that Kyle said good things about the Duke. Kyle asked Lily to act normal because Tyler would find the author of the article and deal with him. The girl believed him, exhaled and calmed down. She was able to smile at him. The guy was providing first aid for the first time and he didn't do a good job of bandaging his hand. Lily's father insisted on meeting the Duke. He understands that Tyler is busy, but they needed to talk. Tyler understands that they want to talk to him because of the article. He reminded that it was a lie. David asked him not to explain anything. He conveyed that Lily was disappointed in him. The Duke saw that the man was angry with him, but he said nothing. The guy wants to meet Lily in person and explain everything. David claims that it's too late. The article brought the girl unimaginable pain after this betrayal. She doesn't want to see the guy. The man saw how his daughter loved the Duke. She constantly talked about him. Her feelings were different from those she had for the Crown Prince. Lily acted differently. David had never seen the girl so happy Lily blossomed next to Tyler. The man says that Lily's love for the Duke intensified her feelings of betrayal, and he said that she stopped leaving her room. Lily stopped smiling when she read the article. She doesn't go outside. People started making fun of her. Tyler assured the man that all the rumors were lies. He wanted to sort out the situation. David no longer wants to see the Duke because his daughter is suffering because of him, so he intends to break off the engagement. He asked the guy to leave Lily alone so that she could recover from the betrayal. Tyler was shocked. He didn't believe that this was actually happening. He doubts that Lily wants to break off the engagement. David tells him that their truce will not change anything. David doesn't want to see anyone near his daughter who allows themselves to get involved in such situations, even if these are rumors. The man stopped because of the boy's scream. He didn't expect Tyler to call him father-in-law. He heard that Tyler would sort out all the rumors, that he would sort everything out. The guy asks to give him a chance because he cannot end the relationship with Lily this way. David didn't leave. He didn't expect to be asked to trust one last time. Tyler admitted that he can't live without his girlfriend and that he's willing to do anything to get her back. Lily returned home with holy water. She wants to take it to Greg so that she can recover faster. Aiden came to the girl's home. She doesn't know what brought him here. The guy told her that nothing was happening in the north. He came here to accompany the girl. Lily doesn't understand what he's talking about. She's not going to go anywhere. Aiden, of course, will take her to the palace to the Duke. He was surprised that the girl was asking such stupid questions. The girl was ordered to be brought to the palace and treated well. Lily struggled. She didn't want to go with them. She asked to call her father so that he would help her. Jenna explained to her that permission had been given for what was happening. Tyler was looking for the girl when she was brought to the castle. He came to her room. Aiden said that the girl threatened to go home, but soon she stopped screaming, and the guy thought that she fell asleep due to stress. The guy asked not to let anyone in until he talked to the girl. He thought that Lily had run away because she was nowhere to be found. He walked around the entire room. The guy heard the sound and immediately went to look for its source. Tyler couldn't say anything when he found Lily. He didn't expect to see her like this. The girl decided to take a shower when she was left alone. She was not ready for anyone to see her. She started yelling at the guy when she saw him. Tyler was scared of her reaction. He had to dodge objects that flew towards him. They called him a pervert. The guy repeated that he didn't see anything. Tyler said he was innocent. He didn't want to disturb the girl while she was washing. He was trying to find her. Lily couldn't calm down. She reminded him that they were looking at each other, so he couldn't not see anything. The guy continued to make excuses. He assured her that he hadn't seen anything. He asked her to believe him. He wouldn't have been ashamed if he had actually seen something. The girl didn't like what he said. She got even more angry. Tyler said that his heart would jump out of his chest and he would not be able to breathe normally if he could see the girl in all her glory. Lily didn't expect to hear that. She didn't know how to respond to it. The girl decided to put this conversation off until later. She was most interested in the reason why she was brought here. The guy told her that she shouldn't believe in a connection between him and the Count's daughter, when in fact there was nothing between them. He understands that due to the spread of rumors and the new article, the girl could have misunderstood everything. Tyler swears that he never loved anyone. He felt nothing when Rachel was next to him. The guy blames himself for this situation because he needed to find a way to communicate with the girl so that she would not have any delusions. He was offended that the girl believed the rumors so easily, that she doubted his feelings. He reminded her how she told him everything if she was unhappy, that she always sought the truth. A girl he knew would come to him at the same moment when rumors appeared to find out the truth. He wanted to understand the reason why Lily did nothing this time and accepted reality. Tyler asked the girl to explain herself when she said that the rumors might actually be true. Lily told him that his fate was sealed and he was meant to be with Rachel. The guy couldn't believe that he was supposed to fall in love with the Count's daughter and not Lily. He was shocked. The girl explained that this was the plot of a novel she had read. Tyler laid out the information he had received, according to which the girl had come from another world and possessed Lily, and that all of this had been described in her favorite novel. The guy realized that he and Rachel were the main characters in this story. Lily told him the details of the story. It took him a while to realize what was happening. He didn't ask any questions. After a while, he came to a realization and understood why the girl periodically acted like a prophet. Lily is surprised because the guy believed her. Tyler saw logic in the girl's strange behavior. The guy had already told her that he believed every word she said, so now he didn't doubt her story. The girl doesn't understand how the guy manages to make her tremble with feelings for him, even in such a difficult moment. Tyler didn't calm down. He wanted to figure out why the girl believed the stupid article. She thought the story was starting to go back to the original plot, so she believed the rumors. The guy explains to her that he can't love another. There is only one girl in his life. Lily heard that the guy wasn't going to break up with her because of some affair, so she should stop believing in all this nonsense. The girl didn't tell him that she wanted to break up with him. Tyler didn't expect to hear that from her. She doesn't see the point in breaking up when all the rumors turned out to be lies. The guy reminded that he was told that he brought her incredible pain. He told her everything her father had told him about how she had behaved because of her boyfriend's betrayal. Lily didn't expect that her father noticed a change in her behavior, that she began to smile less often after reading the article. She didn't think that her father was worried about her all this time. The guy began to think that the girl closed herself off from everyone not because of him. Tyler didn't understand what the girl was talking about when she didn't want to interfere. The girl wanted to be sure that the situation in the North, which was not in the original, did not happen because of her. Lily began to change history when she moved into this body, for herself or for the people she loved. She told the guy that because of this, the situation in the North could have gone in a different direction than originally. It all started with the plague and monsters, invisible spirits. The girl read about them, but they didn't all participate in the plot in that way. She was afraid that something even more terrible might happen, so she locked herself in her room to study the novel. The girl wanted to find the reason why strange events began to happen. She always came to the same conclusion. Lily is sure that everything happened because of her, because she decided to change history. She wants to save the North, so she takes full responsibility for what is happening. The girl understands that she could become a laughingstock, that a catastrophe much more serious than the one that happened could come to the North. She wants to defend the North side by side with the Duke. Lily was willing to accept the fact that Tyler had feelings for Rachel, but she didn't want to lose him. The girl loves him, so she decided to rewrite his fate, so she cannot refuse him. She no longer wants to think about the original plot. Lily wants to be with her loved one. Lily apologized for interfering in the guy's fate because of her desire. She was ashamed. Tyler was happy because the girl didn't want to break up with him. He wasn't angry with her and would gladly go with the girl through life, which she was trying to change. He accepted the fact that his fate was predetermined, and he chose life with the girl for himself. Lily told him about her world, where there was no magic, and she had an accident after which she ended up here. She can't tell much about this incident because she remembers little after what happened. She woke up in this world. She thinks that she no longer exists in her home world, so she has no way out of this world. The girl told the guy that she didn't want to go back there, so she didn't pay attention to it. Lily believes she got into this novel because she loved it. She had read it many times. She enjoyed reading the gripping storyline and noted that Rachel and Tyler were charming characters. She didn't expect to hear criticism from a guy about her favorite novel. The girl was stunned. Lily demanded that the guy apologize to her for insulting her favorite story. He noticed that she was sitting with the main character of the story. The girl confirmed that she was not engaged to the Duke according to the novel, and she wanted to correct this. Tyler was surprised when he realized that the girl became engaged to him immediately after moving into a new body. He reasoned that Lily immediately rushed to her favorite character as soon as she appeared here. The girl thought about it. Lily told him that she didn't want to change the original. She could hardly say the reason why she started doing it. Tyler is shocked after the girl says that Crown Prince Kyle cut off her head in the original. He couldn't believe that the stupid prince would do such a thing. The guy wanted to declare war on the Empire. Lily tried to stop him because these were the events in the novel. Lily told him that there was no point in killing her because she had stopped constantly running after the prince and preventing him from living with his beloved. Tyler reminded that all the events of the original come true. Lily claims that now the prince has no interest in her. He can't calm down because the engagement happened, but the girl is still involved with Kyle. Lily regretted telling the guy how she appeared in the novel because the guy began to be interested in the reason why the prince decided to cut off her head. She tried to forget the original so that she could move on with her life. She didn't like that the guy was so attached to the original plot. Rachel was glad that the rumors had been resolved and that those responsible for spreading them would be found and punished. She was afraid that her friend would hate her. Lily apologized to her for not getting in touch for a long time. The girl spent time at the Duke's palace and said that her father had announced the break in their engagement. Because of this, Tyler does not want the girl to return home. Rachel noted that she will not be able to see her friend often if she stays in the north. Lily reassured her that she would always return to the capital to meet Rachel. The monsters attacked the people, and they ran in panic in different directions. There were several of them. Lily screamed for Rachel to go back so she wouldn't get hurt. Rachel was fine. The girl is worried about her friend. She does not understand how monsters appeared in the center of the capital. She began to think that the dark magician had sent them specifically after Rachel. The girl wondered about the nature of the monsters because they were both fiery. Lily asked Rachel to leave this place. She was not going to do it without her friend. She would not leave her in danger. Rachel doesn't want the girl to put herself in danger to save people. The girl defended against the attack of monsters. She wanted to distract them so that people could hide in a safe place. Rachel believes that the girl cannot cope alone with monsters that have the same strength as her. Lily just wants to hold out until the Imperial Army arrives, and she's confident she can do it. The girl didn't last long. She was thrown back by the shockwave. Her strength was not enough. She wasn't surprised by this, because she knows how difficult it is to fight against her own kind. Rachel stood up to defend her friend with the means at her disposal, and Lily was surprised when she saw a mop in her hands. The girl wants to protect her friend. She understands that her strength is not enough for this, but she is ready to try. Lily knows that one wish won't help here. She rushed to run away from the strong monster and took Rachel with her. They didn't have time. The monsters were running after them. Lily was waiting for the army to come to help. It still wasn't there. The monsters didn't reach the friends. They were attacked, and they were unable to respond to the attack. Greg came to her senses and rushed to protect the girls when danger appeared. The monsters did not give up. They intended to kill everyone in their path. They continued to attack. Greg wouldn't let anyone get hurt. She rushed at the monster to protect her mistress. Lily doesn't understand that when Greg came to her senses, everything was fine with the girl. She was able to fully recover. They were being watched. It was another unsuccessful attempt to get rid of the girl. The dark mage noticed that Lily was more stubborn than he imagined, because all his attempts ended in failure. All his plans were ruined. He wanted to subjugate the north, but the girl prevented him from achieving this. He understands that he will never succeed as long as this girl walks among the living. The dark magician intends to complete the job, so he will definitely kill Lily. He will not leave her alone. The girl was scolded for not taking security with her, and she quietly listened to the Duke's displeasure. Tyler trusted her, asked her to run away if she saw monsters, so now he was unhappy that she was fighting a monster alone. Lily understands his feelings and explains to him that no one could have imagined that monsters could appear in the capital. Tyler hated himself because he continued to do his own thing while rumors spread about his feelings for someone else and didn't notice how Lily was in danger. He called himself a worthless man because he forgot about his fiancée. Aiden listened to his lamentations, wanting to add that the Duke had not been blamed when rumors of his secret affair began to circulate. Girls admired him because he had incredible charm, which allowed him to get several ladies at once. Aiden says that a guy shouldn't think badly of himself. It's a waste of time when everyone admires him. Tyler lost his temper and ordered his assistant to shut up and go do his job before he received more assignments. Lily continued to say that she didn't need an escort because today's incident was an accident. The guy thinks differently. He claims that monsters immediately attack when they see a person. These ones acted strangely. They didn't attack people. It seemed like they were being controlled by someone. Their fire element suggests that Lily was the target. The girl thought Rachel was the target, but the guy explained that one monster would be enough for that. He had no doubt that Lily was the main target, and the girl began to think that he was telling the truth. Invisible spirits cannot just appear when they are controlled by a dark magician. Souls were collected in villages without fire for their birth. The dark magician collected the souls of dead people, but each time he was thwarted by the appearance of a girl who returned this fire. Tyler will not allow the girl to suffer at the hands of enemies. He asks her to be careful. Lily promises to do so. In the novel, Lily didn't find the location of the dark mage, so now it's difficult for them to find him without clues. According to her, the guy realized that the girl, after reading the novel, knew who hired the dark magician. The girl told him that in the original, the Duke himself would find the one who turned to the dark magician for help. He needed to think for himself who it could be, and he would be right. He immediately pointed to the Empress. Lily confirmed this. She said that to create invisible demons, you need human souls and stones for them, the production of which costs a decent amount of money. The Empress was the only one who could provide the dark magician with funds, and she herself hates the North. The girl noted that the Empress was not in charge. She turned out to be a puppet in the hands of a dark magician. She said that in the original, the Duke exposes the Empress, which is why her throne was taken away from her and she was expelled from the empire. The woman, having lost everything, sold her soul to a dark magician in order to take revenge and kill the Duke who took everything from her. A dark mage plunges an entire empire into darkness when he gains limitless power. Tyler heard that he and Rachel saved the empire from the dark magician's forces, so he doesn't have to worry. The guy couldn't help but agree with the girl's words, because he wanted to expose the Empress. He was finding traces of her connection with the dark magician. He wanted to deprive the woman of power because enough evidence was found for this. She must pay for all actions against the North. Tyler understands that this action could cause the entire empire to suffer, so he is confused. Aiden informed the boy that the documents to be sent to the palace had been collected. The assistant collected information about the attack in the North, and separately information that concerns the Empress personally. The guy was told that all the evidence about the criminal activities of the Empress had been collected. Tyler asked to leave him everything about the Empress and send the rest to the palace. He understands that the North will be under threat as long as this woman maintains her power in the empire. The Duke cannot allow the people of the empire to suffer, so he burned the evidence. After some time, invisible creatures attacked the empire. It was unclear why the dark magician changed the location of the attack. It was clear that the dark magician's activities had now become important for the empire. Kyle said that with Rachel's blood, people would be able to see invisible demons. Kyle said that Duke Tyler would not be attending the meeting because he had gone hunting for a dark mage. The man believes that the Duke must be at the meeting because invisible monsters have already attacked the North. The prince recalled that today's incident took place on the territory of the empire. The man did not relent. He believed that the Duke could be entrusted with the task of dealing with invisible monsters because he had already encountered them. They explained to him that it was the empire that should deal with problems on their territory, but the man noted that they did not want to go to the scene themselves. Kyle was offended by the statement that he did not express a desire to address the issue. He had never managed such a situation before, and he was told that after the showdown they came to the conclusion that the nobles should not be involved. The prince did not know what to answer when everyone said that some night would be enough here or that everything could be entrusted to the North. Kyle doubted that Rachel would be able to handle the treatment of all the victims, but the Duke noted that it would be the responsibility of those entrusted with dealing with the situation. The guy said that this was the first time he had been in charge in such a situation, and he had no idea how to fight invisible enemies. He was thinking about what to say at the upcoming meeting. The Duke listened to how worried he was. Tyler told him to insist on his own way. The prince did not understand why he should do that. The Duke knows that you have to stand your ground if you are confident in your words, so you don't have to listen to anyone. At the meeting, Kyle stated that it was necessary to restore the territory and take everything under control. He wanted to gather all the mages and send them to the zone to stabilize the situation. They doubted that it was necessary to summon all aristocrats of the rank of count and above. The men were shocked when the prince began shouting that they could not call themselves nobility of the empire. Kyle didn't like that they hadn't paid attention to the problems of the North and were now going to dump their problems on the same North. Rachel listened as the boys spoke about the duty of nobles to protect their people. Kyle told everyone that they had to protect their home from dark magic. The girl was glad to be here and watch how the guy stood up for the people. Lily slept all night. The sun woke her up. She didn't want to get up. She noticed that she hadn't slept so well in a long time, and it took her a while to realize that she wasn't alone in the bed. Tyler stayed with her all night. He hadn't woken up yet. The girl didn't expect to see him next to her. The girl threw pillows at him, wondering how long the guy had been in her room. He explained that he slept in this room because it was his bed. The guy told her that she could use this room with him. The girl was not ready for this. Lily thought the guy would sleep in another room while she was here. Tyler sees no reason to be embarrassed. The girl wanted to explain everything to him until she noticed a strange detail that made her blush. The guy was sleeping naked. She asked him why he was in front of her like that. Tyler always sleeps naked for comfort, but for the girl's convenience, he decided to cover up a little. Lily is thinking of looking for another room since the guy is going to sleep here. The guy doesn't accept her decision because he wants to sleep with her. The girl noticed that he behaves like a child. The girl asked him to get dressed. Tyler doesn't see the point in this because they will get married soon anyway. Tyler thought he had a great body that left no one indifferent, but he felt like Lily didn't like something about him. The girl didn't tell him that his body was perfect, so he was asked to cover up. Lily was surprised when the guy handed her his clothes. She doesn't understand what he wants. Tyler asked the girl to put his clothes on him. The girl has had a hard morning and she can't refuse the guy. The guy was expecting a meeting with his father-in-law. He noticed that the man had come a long way to meet him. David didn't like the way the guy addressed him. He came here because the prince asked him to gather information about the dark magician. The duke thought that the prince was busy with the invisible monsters that attacked the empire. By his order, most of the invisible creatures were destroyed. Rachel's power helped in this situation. David said that thanks to this success, the situation calmed down and their troops were sent to rest. The man thinks that they must cooperate because dark magic now threatens everyone. Tyler told him where the Imperial Army should explore the territory in search of the magician. Before leaving, the man decided to ask about the return of his daughter. The guy doesn't see the point in getting the girl back because they're getting married soon, and David doesn't want them to rush things. The man felt uncomfortable because the boy pointed out that he was being overprotective. Tyler described how the girl feels great here, despite all the man's fears. The guy thinks that the girl has adapted well to this place, and he begins to think that she has always lived here. David doesn't want to listen to anything. He demands that his daughter return home. He's not going to forgive the guy, even if it was the girl who did it. Lily came into the office. She doesn't like the way her father treats Tyler. She told him that all the rumors were lies. She would not allow her father to torment his chosen one. David began to make excuses. Lily asked the guy for forgiveness for her father's behavior. The guy shouldn't be angry because the man behaves this way out of love for Lily. Tyler isn't offended. He needs to get over this moment to win the girl's heart. Lily tried to calm him down. David couldn't believe how much the girl was in love with the Duke. The Empress walked forward. She was not afraid of the dark magician. No one would dare touch her. She didn't like that the magician attacked the Empire and now pretended that nothing happened. Rihanna demands to know why the magician did something she didn't want. The dark mage explained that he needed many souls to destroy the North. The woman listened as the magician failed to collect them in sufficient quantity. Each time, Lily prevented him from doing this, and Tyler found out too much information about dark magic. It was difficult for him to gather a large number of souls, so he had no choice but to attack the Empire. Rihanna doesn't want to listen to the dark mage's excuses. She won't allow her son's future possessions to suffer. The dark mage listened as he was told that he needed to stop if he wanted to continue using his magic. He's not going to leave. The magician has gone too far to stop. The woman was angry because of the dark magician's threats. She didn't expect the conversation to go that way. The Empress would not allow anyone to threaten her. She wanted to attack the magician. The dark magician was glad to watch her reaction. He was grateful to her. The woman listened as the dark magician thanked her for her help. Without her, he would not have been able to destroy this world. Rihanna doesn't know how to fix the situation. She regrets that she didn't keep an eye on the magician. She was thinking what to do when suddenly the door to the room opened. She was not ready for this. It was the prince. He saw how his mother was connected with the dark magician. The couple discussed how the Empress was caught in the dark magician's lair, how she confessed to her crime, and how her own son arrested her. Tyler said there is currently discussion about stripping the woman of her title. Lily noticed that the story repeated the original plot. She thought that the woman's fate had changed because of the Duke's silence. Now she thinks that history may change because it was not the Duke who stopped the woman, but her son. Tyler is not surprised that this woman accuses him of all mortal sins. Since the Empress's exposure, Kyle had not come to see her. He was crushed. The boy saw how bad the prince felt because he couldn't hide his true emotions. Tyler thinks Kyle blames himself for the destruction. Lily noticed that the Duke is worried about the prince. The Duke thinks he needs to go to the palace because a noble lady must take Rihanna's place. Lily decided to join him. She wants to see Rachel. The guy was surprised that Lily intended to meet her friend. The Empress was dethroned and sent to the edge of monsters to protect the villages with her magic. Before the Empress was sent, Rachel listened to Kyle explain his plan, but they were interrupted. Kyle was suggesting various options for protecting people when the former Empress burst into the office. Rihanna asked her son to give her at least a minute. She was offended because her son was avoiding her. The security found her. The woman was struggling. She wanted to talk to her son. Rachel felt uneasy watching this picture. She listened to the desperate screams of the woman. Rihanna still hasn't talked to the guy after she was caught. Kyle asked the guards to leave his mother for a while. He was ready to listen to her. The woman admits her guilt. She says that she did everything for her son. The guy asks her not to use Lily's image in order to explain the meaning of her actions. Rihanna explains that she wanted to kill the Duke, then her son's life would be much better. Kyle admits that he doesn't like Tyler, but he never wanted him dead. He just wanted to surpass him with his own powers. He wanted to prove to himself that he was worthy of becoming the next emperor. The guy is not going to take anyone's life for the sake of his desires. Kyle doesn't want to become the monster his mother became. The woman could not believe that her son had turned away from her when he had been attached to her since birth. The guy felt uncomfortable being in the same room with her and said that he was no longer her son. The woman was hurt by these words and could not hold back her tears. He ordered the guards to take away the deposed Empress. The woman tried to apologize to him. Kyle felt bad after his mother left the room, broken by her betrayal. In the past, the woman always asked what happened to her son. Little Kyle was worried that his father hated him. He sought comfort in his mother. She tried to calm him down, saying that his father had no reason to hate him. Kyle tries to be the best. He couldn't get past Tyler. The woman listened to her father praise only the future Duke, which is why her son is sure that he is a failure. She told the boy that his father loved him and that they treated him more strictly because he would ascend the throne in the future. Kyle dreamed of becoming as talented as Tyler, and he couldn't calm down because of their differences. The woman said that she would always love him, regardless of his abilities. The guy had a hard time because of these memories. It was difficult for him to get over that moment. Rachel waited for the guy to come to his senses. She didn't disturb him. He forgot about her. The guy asked her to move on and end the conversation. Rachel didn't go anywhere. She decided to help the guy calm down. The girl told the guy not to hold back his emotions, to let them go. The guy started crying. Rachel was there. She helped him calm down. At the meeting, Kyle stated that he believed Rachel was ideal for the role of temporary empress. The girl knows how things are in the Empire, and her abilities will help her cope with her new role. The men liked this option and noted that Rachel was suitable for the role. Someone had the idea that the girl's status would not allow her to become empress. The man thinks that the future crown princess was chosen for the temporary position. He believes that a noble family stood behind the suitable girl. Kyle realized that they were talking about Selena. He was sure that she did not know where exactly the attack took place. The prince listened to the fact that noble ladies should not know about the political affairs of the empire. Tyler told everyone that Rachel knew everything about the state of the empire. She was distinguished by her insight, so she was perfect for this role. Lily wants to hurry to meet Rachel. They are waiting for her at the palace. She thought Tyler was still at the meeting when she heard screams outside. Kyle pursued the Duke, demanding that he stop. The girl watched them. Tyler looked serious. Lily began to think that something had happened between them because Kyle's face was completely blank. There was a tense atmosphere between them, and they were in a bad mood after the meeting. Tyler did nothing to make the prince thank him. Kyle thanked him for supporting his choice. The Duke did this because it was also useful for him to keep the Earl's daughter busy. The prince became curious about what kind of benefit the Duke was talking about. Tyler wanted to explain everything to him, but he shut up in time. He almost let it slip. He didn't explain anything. Kyle didn't like that the Duke stopped the conversation. The Duke sees no point in discussing this when everyone has received their benefit. Kyle didn't expect support from the Duke. He thinks that he is the one they should hate. The prince listened as the Duke was not going to forgive the Empress after what she did to his mother. Kyle understands how Tyler feels, so he doesn't blame him. The Duke argued that the prince didn't deserve to be hated, and that all of Tyler's negative feelings would never touch Kyle. The prince is not to blame for the disaster that occurred in the north. Tyler asked him not to bow his head in front of people because he was not guilty of anything. Kyle didn't expect to hear such words from the Duke. He didn't know what to say. He felt awkward when the Duke remarked that the prince looked ridiculous. Lily watched as the boys talked among themselves, but she didn't catch their eye. The girl worried in vain, because the guys weren't going to quarrel. In the original, there was never a friendship between Tyler and Kyle. They were sworn enemies. They were constantly arguing, sorting things out, and Lily thought the boys hated each other. Lily thought there might be mistakes in the story. Tyler watched the princes retreating back without malice. The girl remembered how the boys understood each other without words, how Kyle protected the Duke. They seemed to care about each other, and Lily was happy to watch their relationship. Rachel will live in the Empress's chambers while she takes her place. Lily is worried about her friend because she is constantly engaged in exorcism, so now she has new responsibilities. Rachel isn't worried. She noted that there are few invisible spirits left, so she doesn't have that many tasks. Lily admitted that she had not done anything in the last few days she had been resting in the Duke's palace. She hasn't started preparing for the wedding yet because she doesn't have any definite plans. The girl cannot come to an agreement with her father and the Duke because one wants to arrange both the engagement and the ceremony, while the other wants to proceed straight to the wedding. Rachel is glad that her friend will get married after all. Lily thinks that this will definitely happen someday. It's hard for her friend to imagine that Lily will soon belong entirely to the Duke. She will let her friend go if she is truly happy. The girl will not hold her back. Lily is glad that her friend is kind to her and will not keep her close. The girl didn't know how to explain how the guy managed to win her heart. They started discussing the guy's beauty. In their opinion, Tyler was like a work of art. Rachel thinks the words handsome, wonderful, and adorable are more appropriate to describe Prince Kyle. Lily didn't expect Rachel to start describing the prince. The girl admitted that she likes brutal men, which the prince is not. Rachel thinks that Kyle is quite masculine. At the meeting, the guy spoke clearly so that everyone would listen to him and follow his orders. He looked very charismatic. Lily began to think that her friend had developed feelings for the prince. She admitted that she thought the girl would choose Tyler for herself, not the prince. Rachel started to deny it. Lily didn't say that in the original. She chose Tyler. The girl embarrassed her friend by saying that she liked the prince. Rachel denies it. She blushed because of the mention of the prince. The girl tried to wriggle out of it. Lily told the Duke that Rachel seemed to have developed feelings for the prince. Tyler does not understand when they managed to get together. The girl told him that it could have happened when they fought together against invisible spirits, like what once happened between Tyler and Rachel in the original. The guy started to claim that this didn't happen. Lily reminded him that she was talking about the original. The girl understands why the prince fell in love with Rachel in the original, but she didn't pay attention to him. She thought that her friend's fate had changed because Tyler was busy with someone else. Lily felt awkward because she had taken the guy away. She would feel relieved if Rachel had someone. The girl will be able to be with the Duke with peace of mind. The guy will dream of the Count's daughter and the prince getting together for him. This will be happiness. Lily was relaxing with her boyfriend. She remembered that he had to have work, and he was spending time with her. Tyler took the day off for himself because the Dark Lord was missing, so he was able to walk around with his girlfriend in peace. He thinks that the dark magician is collecting stones because his connection with the Empress has been broken. The guy suggested that the girl go somewhere while there was a quiet time. He would go anywhere, as long as she liked it. He didn't expect the girl to want to visit the ice cliff. Lily heard that the dam has improved the farming in this area, and she wants to see with her own eyes how things have changed there. The girl was happy before leaving. She wanted to discuss Greg. She didn't have time to say anything. The guy pressed her to himself to enjoy her. The guy pointed out that they hadn't gone on a date for a long time, so they shouldn't talk about other people. Lily agreed to go just the two of them so that no one would disturb them. The couple went on a date and were happy to spend time together after a long time. Lily couldn't believe her eyes. She was expecting to see a new picture. She doesn't understand why the cliff looks exactly the same as the last time it was supposed to melt. The guy explained that with the help of his power, he restored it. Tyler couldn't allow the North's main attraction to be destroyed, so he intervened. Lily thinks it wasn't easy, so she admires the guy's abilities. The Duke confirmed that not everyone was capable of this, only he could cope with such a problem. The guy didn't do the restoration for public recognition. It would be enough for him that his beloved knew about it. He decided to kiss her to show his feelings. Lily was embarrassed by the unexpected kiss. She wants to know why the guy did it. Tyler says they don't need a reason to kiss. They can do it whenever they want. He doesn't care if anyone sees them. Lily claims that they can't behave like that in front of everyone. Greenhouses appeared near the palace and people were constantly busy with work. The guy said that after the ice melted, it was easier to get water, so it became easier to carry out production. Lily explained that there was a similar production in her world, and she began to think that people everywhere thought the same way. People were glad to see the Duke. The guy hadn't seen his friends for a long time. The man would have prepared the treats if the Duke had warned them of his visit. Tyler is here as a tourist, and it's surprising for a man to see the busy Duke walking around doing nothing. The guy told everyone that he was on a date with his fiancée. Lily greeted everyone. The man had heard a lot about the Duke's bride, and Lily apologized for distracting him from his work. The girl did not expect that it would be an honor for them to receive the saint in their village. Lily still doesn't believe that a man called her a saint. She wants to know why he did it. Tyler suggested they go further when the man went to do his work. He wants to go downtown for some good food. The girl couldn't get enough. She had very tasty food in her hands. She told the guy how much she liked it here. The guy was happy about it. Lily is willing to share her food with him if he wants to try the treat. The guy didn't intend to bite off the food. He had his own way of tasting the dish. He removed the pieces from near the girl's lips. He tried a little and liked the dish himself. Everyone was looking at them on the street, and the girl felt awkward because of the extra glances. Lily couldn't speak properly when the guy offered to buy her some water. She was left alone when Tyler ran for water. The girl could not calm down after the guy's actions with her lips and food. The girl tried to calm her heart, and suddenly she was handed a flower as a gift. The girl prepared this flower as a gift for the saint. Lily doesn't understand why everyone in the area calls her a saint, she asked the girl. She replied that the girl was called a saint because she saved the North. The girl realized what happened. She thinks that she is being mistaken for Rachel. In the original, Rachel was nicknamed a saint after she defeated the plague. Lily remembered how rumors of mutual feelings between Tyler and Rachel had spread throughout the empire. It all came together in her head. She thinks that people still believe in the connection between the Count's daughter and the Duke, even after the publication of the refutation. The guy doesn't understand what the girl is talking about because she is actually a saint. He was surprised that the girl didn't know about this. Lily didn't know what to answer him. Lily was able to light a fire in the village when the boy couldn't. She saved many people, so she was called a saint. She was unaware that in the North, from the very beginning, few people believed the rumors about the relationship between the Duke and the Count's daughter. The guy thought that the girl was tired, and so he took her home. Lily felt great after the walk. After the walk, the girl realized one detail. She admitted that she liked this place. She loves the food here. She looks with love at the snowy expanses of the North. Her heart is at peace here. She is happy to share such moments with her loved one, so she does not want to put it off any longer. The guy doesn't understand that the girl is not going to put it off. The girl wants to hold the wedding as soon as possible. She will talk to her father to get his blessing. Tyler didn't expect the girl to want to skip the engagement and get married right away. He agreed to tie the knot as soon as possible, and Lily can't wait to start a family with Tyler. The father doesn't like that the girl wants to cancel the engagement. He doesn't want their family to be disgraced. Lily had read that a wedding and an engagement were essentially the same thing, and that she was asked to observe simple formalities. David believes that the Duke instilled this nonsense in her. He explains that one cannot marry thoughtlessly because it will be difficult to divorce later. Lily doesn't understand why it would be possible to end a marriage. David assures her that a man who cheated once will cheat again. The man said that he keeps only his late wife in his heart. He claims that a real man will love only one girl. The girl told him that Tyler is good. David reminds him that you can't just trust men. He doesn't understand why the girl wants to get married as soon as possible. He has one frightening guess. Lily didn't expect her father to ask about her pregnancy. David lost his temper when the girl said that in case of pregnancy, they should arrange the wedding very quickly. The man was furious because the Duke had allowed himself to disgrace his daughter before her marriage. Lily explained to him that there was no child. The father reminded that Lily herself only told about the pregnancy. She just wanted to know how to speed up the ceremony, so she mentioned the pregnancy. Lily thinks they can talk about children because she will soon officially have a husband. David wasn't ready for this conversation. She was sure that the man would be happy when he had grandchildren. The man beamed when the conversation turned to his grandchildren and he stopped swearing. If they don't postpone the wedding, grandchildren will appear quickly, and the man will be happy when they surround him. David agreed that a quick wedding was a good idea. He could already imagine babysitting his grandchildren. He is sad to think that the girl will leave her palace after marriage and will have a new home. He remembers how he recently rocked a girl in his arms. Lily calmed him down. She convinced him that they would continue to date. The girl will often come to the duchy, so they will see each other often. David can't stop his daughter from planning her wedding if that's what she wants so badly. He continued to ask her questions about her happy life with the Grand Duke. Lily admitted that she feels truly wonderful next to Tyler. David remembers how the girl suffered because of her love for the prince, how she tormented herself every day. He is happy that his daughter has finally found her happiness. For the sake of his daughter, he will try to improve his relationship with the Duke so that the girl becomes even happier. The girl was choosing outfits. She understands that she needs to find something warm. Jenna said that it is cold in the north even in summer. She will pack more warm clothes for the girl's move. Lily was thinking about what to take with her when they wanted to contact her through a communication device. It was the prince. He thinks the girl is in the Duke's residence. Lily doesn't understand how he always finds time to call. He asked the girl to drop by the palace so they could have lunch. The girl doesn't understand why the guy has returned to his old ways and wants to spend time only with her. She promised to come because the guy said that Rachel would also come for lunch. The girl felt relieved. A carriage will be sent to the girl so that she can arrive at the palace in comfort. Kyle said that Rachel was doing well. He remembers how the girl handled tasks at the academy with complete calm. Lily said Tyler didn't respond to her trip to see the prince, but his face showed displeasure. She tried to reassure the guy that Rachel would be at dinner, but she only made things worse. Kyle couldn't help but laugh. The girl did not understand why the prince was interested in the Duke's reactions to their time together. Previously, Kyle thought that the girl was pretending that she didn't love the Duke. He realized that the girl was truly in love with him, so he would no longer insist on breaking off the engagement. The boy no longer wants to harm the Duke because he asks him to after the revelation of his mother's role in the destruction of the North. Kyle would never forgive him if their places were reversed. The prince would definitely ruin his life. He understands that the Duke, with his connections, could have deprived him of his status, but he forgave him. Lily doesn't understand what the prince is talking about when he wasn't at fault in the first place, so there's nothing to forgive him for. Kyle noticed that the Duke had said the same thing, and the girl clarified that the Duke would not have forgiven him if he had really been guilty. The prince did not believe it when he heard that the Duke liked him. He asked the girl again. He listened to what the Duke liked much more than he could imagine. Kyle pretended it didn't matter to him how the Duke treated him, but his demeanor changed and he became more cheerful. The guy hurried the girl because Rachel was waiting for them and they shouldn't be late for lunch. Rihanna was informed that Rachel had taken on the role of Empress, chosen by the Crown Prince himself. The girl believes that the prince was able to see Rachel when they were hunting invisible spirits together. Rihanna remembers how everyone talked about her after her trip north with the Duke. She doesn't understand what her son is thinking. She thinks the Duke is getting closer to taking the throne from her son. Kyle should have enlisted Lily's support, but he didn't. The woman wants to correct her son's situation, because due to her overthrow it could change. She asked to bring a dark magician to her. The girl warns that it won't be easy because Rihanna isn't allowed to leave the building. She asks to arrange everything secretly so that no one asks unnecessary questions. The woman wants to kill the Duke because everything was destroyed because of him. Rihanna is confident that her son will forgive her when she fixes everything and restores his position. Rachel was surprised when she was told that Lily and Tyler's wedding would be happening soon. Lily thinks there's no point in postponing the event. Rachel thinks they should have had the engagement party first. Kyle insists that it is important to have an engagement ceremony properly because it is a sacred vow before marriage. The girl is surprised that no one is bothered by the fact that she is already living with the Duke. She conveyed Tyler's words that the engagement is an empty formality. They didn't like the girl's idea of arranging a wedding immediately after the engagement. Kyle thinks that the Duke wants to make the girl his as soon as possible. Lily herself wants to become a wife as quickly as possible. She wants to start a family with her loved one as soon as possible. Rachel began to understand why Lily wanted the wedding to be quick. Kyle disagreed with them. Rachel explains that when you truly love, you don't want to wait. She herself would not refuse to marry the man she loved, and she thinks that the prince has a different opinion. He replied to Rachel that he agreed with her and that the engagement could be called off for the sake of true love. A couple of minutes ago, he spoke differently. Lily noticed that the guy was calling the girl by her first name, which surprised her. Kyle said that they spent a lot of time together, so he constantly calls her by name. It was the girl's initiative they didn't like official approaches. Rachel was asked about her search for a groom and when she would start doing so. Rachel says that her brother will take over as head of the family, but Lily thinks that she would do a good job of it herself. Kyle thinks that working in the Imperial Palace suits her. She cares about all the people. The guy noted that the girl was very thrifty, despite her noble origins. He thinks that there is no more suitable candidate for the role of Empress. The guy did not want to offend anyone. Lily wants to believe that Rachel listened carefully to the guy and heard that she was the perfect Empress. Rachel doubts that she will become an Empress. She began to feel embarrassed. Lily is waiting for these two to start dating. She sees that something is happening between them. After dinner, the girl said that the prince did not harass her. He behaved as usual. The girl sees that the guy is worried. She told him that he could visit them to calm down. Tyler says he's not worried about the prince, but Lily isn't about to believe it. At dinner, Lily noticed that a connection had developed between Kyle and Rachel, and the prince relied on her. She is sure that there is something between them. The girl is waiting for them to announce their relationship. Tyler will be only glad when the prince leaves his bride alone. Lily wants to arrange a double date. When a new couple is formed, the guy will never go to this event. The girl sees it as fun. In her world, she had no friends, so she couldn't go on a double date. She persuades the guy. Tyler doesn't want anyone to ruin their sweet moments, so Lily decides to kiss him to persuade him. The guy still remained against this idea, so the girl continued to insist in her own way. After some time, the Duke agreed he was ready to go on a double date once. Aiden entered the room to talk to the Duke about the village report. He caught the couple at an awkward moment. They weren't expecting anyone to catch them. Aiden immediately headed for the exit, deciding to report everything later. Tyler broke away from the girl and asked his assistant to tell him everything about the village. Aiden reported that in the village the water flows diagonally, which surprised the guy. The guy clarified that usually the water flows strictly from top to bottom, but now it changed direction, as if defying nature. The Duke decided to personally go to the scene to sort everything out. He would look through the literature to find the cause of this event. Lily was surprised when the guy started talking about dark magic. Tyler once heard that dark magic could affect nature, especially water. She wants to go with him, but the guy is against it. Aiden thinks that the girl should go there to light a fire. The guy didn't like the assistant's idea of using his fiancé. He thought that Lily had put him up to it. Lily asks not to scold Aiden because it was her idea. She asked to report to her about villages without fire. Tyler asked her not to use her power for such things. He himself is able to help the villages. The girl told him that she was not doing this because she didn't trust him, but because she wanted to help the people with whom she would live. She will soon become a duchess, so she cannot allow the people of the north to suffer. She stood up for Aiden. Lily intends to go whether the guy wants it or not. The guy noted that his assistant had been acting out lately. Lily constantly praised him. The Duke thinks that because of this, Aiden lost his shame. The girl wants the guy to get rid of the habit of deciding everything alone. She assures him that he would benefit from having a companion with fire magic nearby, who also knows the future. She wanted to understand why he always went to dangerous places alone. Tyler agreed with her and asked the girl to tell him more about the future. The boy remembers the girl saying that the dark mage plunged the world into darkness after receiving the Empress's soul. Lily started saying that the dark magician must summon something. Tyler waits for her to explain everything because he doesn't understand anything. The girl spoke about the god of death, whom the dark magician would summon. In the original, a dark mage summons the god of death to destroy all those who possess magic, because they are the reason dark magic is despised. He is sure that dark magic was banned because of envy. Lily says that after the good magicians are destroyed, the dark magician will be able to cast spells without hindrance. Tyler calls this nonsense because dark magic is forbidden due to the need for human sacrifice. The soul of the Empress is stronger than the soul that was taken away. Because it was given voluntarily, it will become a dangerous weapon. The girl explained that the dark magician would have to fulfill a person's cherished wish so that his power could be used without hesitation. Lily confirmed that the god of death was summoned to kill the Duke, but he failed and the wish was not fulfilled. The god of death was defeated with the help of Rachel and Tyler's power. The girl explained that the guy won because he held the girl's hand, which allowed him to see the god of death. The guy doesn't like this novel, but he rated the ending positively. Lily was absolutely delighted when she read the ending. The Duke did not listen to the girl. He was thinking about the god of death. He thought that this creature was fictitious. His name appeared a couple of times in different manuscripts. Tyler doesn't believe that the god of death really exists, but at the same time, his fiancée came to him from another world. She was a real miracle for him that appeared in his life. Soon they arrived at the place. The girl was surprised by the behavior of the water. They enjoyed watching this picture live. Lily does not understand how this could have happened. The girl noticed strange black smoke. The guy did not see it. Only the girl saw it. She thought it was a trace of dark magic. She reminded the boy how she began to see invisible spirits after her phoenix absorbed one of them. Tyler hadn't known until that moment that she was fighting spirits, and he hadn't paid attention to the fact that they were asking him for a communicator. Lily will tell him everything later. She insistently asks him to hand over the communicator. The guy hopes that the girl will not forget to tell him everything. Lily contacted Rachel. The friend was free, so she could talk to the girl. Kyle joined the conversation. They want to know what happened to the girl. The girl reported traces of dark magic. She wants the couple to come here to sort everything out. Tyler doesn't understand why the prince came to them when they don't need his help. The prince couldn't let Rachel go alone to a place where dark magic was found. The Duke doesn't understand at what point his people became citizens of his empire. Kyle never treated the people of the North as outsiders. Lily didn't want to listen to the boys arguing. She took Rachel's arm and walked on. The girl showed a place with water. She asked to tell her everything that Rachel saw. Lily is shocked because Rachel didn't see anything strange. The water flowed normally. They thought that the traces of dark magic had disappeared. Kyle assumed that the dark magician had disappeared due to Rachel's appearance. Kyle listened as the girls discussed how the dark mage must have hidden here because the conditions here were harsh. The prince didn't understand what they were talking about, so he decided to ask them directly about it. Rachel explained that the cold helps hold the souls for a little longer so they can be used again for dark magic. After the attack on the Empire, the dark mage will try to save everything he has left. Kyle realized that the mages couldn't have run far if this was the perfect place to store their power. Tyler was once again convinced that it was better not to take people with you who were not versed in important matters. Lily asked Rachel to keep an eye on the situation and report if she noticed anything strange. The girl turned her attention to the tower. She clearly saw traces of dark magic that surrounded it. Lily can barely see her. She is amazed at how much power Rachel has, since she sees everything incredibly clearly. Tyler told them that the tower was built to reduce snow accumulation on the roofs. He was absent for a while because he needed to contact the village chief. He was informed that the fire in the tower had gone out in the morning due to heavy snowfall. Rachel rushed to the tower because dark magic was to blame for everything. Kyle asks her to be careful. The girl goes ahead because she can see dark magic. She thought that this could be a good shelter for the magician. Kyle reminds the girl not to touch anything. He is worried about her. Lily was pleased to see how the prince took care of the girl. He protects her because in the entire empire, only she has the power that can help in the fight against dark magic. Kyle reminds her that she holds the position of empress, so he protects her doubly. The couple is surprised because the prince intends to cut off the head of anyone who dares to harm Rachel. These words made the girl feel sick. She remembered how she was supposed to die in this story. Rachel noticed that something was wrong with Lily, and she was worried about her well-being. Lily started saying that she was fine. She was just a little tired from walking up the stairs. She was surrounded by friends asking questions because she shouldn't be out of breath in a place like that, because they weren't running a marathon. Tyler remained silent when the prince began to say that the girl had become weakened while she was in the north without leaving the castle. The boy remembered the girl's story about Prince Kyle cutting off her head, so she changed the story. He himself was surprised that he began to be angry at the prince again because he killed the girl into whom his future bride had possessed himself. Kyle asks Lily to get some fresh air more often and eat well. He doesn't want the girl to suffer. Tyler couldn't contain himself and attacked the prince to shut him up. Kyle doesn't understand what came over the Duke because he didn't say anything bad. Tyler wanted to teach him a lesson. The girls did not interfere. They watched as the Duke returned karma to the prince. The prince warned the boy that next time he would not be kind and would punish the Duke for the attack. The Duke argued that the prince needed to learn manners. Kyle didn't understand what he was being accused of, and Lily stood between them to keep them from killing each other. Rachel tried to shout to them because she felt something. The girl thinks that there is something here. They entered a room where dark magic was visible to the naked eye, but they could not see anything inside. Lily decided to add some light so they could see everything. She didn't expect the terrible picture that would open up before her. There were bones of various monsters lying here. They realized that the dark magician was definitely hiding. Lily noticed that the magicians left quickly. Rachel suggested that the monsters were needed for various experiments. Kyle didn't see anything. Rachel called him to take his hand. He can't remain in the dark. Thanks to the girl, he was able to see what kind of magic surrounded the bones the prince needed to get rid of them by hitting them. Together they do not understand what exactly the dark magician was trying to achieve. They ask themselves questions. Kyle wanted to send the Imperial Guard to search for the dark mage. Tyler reminded him that the army already had a lot of work, so it would be difficult for them to help the North. The prince thought that their main task was to catch the magician, because they did not understand what he was up to. Tyler recalls the girl's stories about a dark magician trying to contact the god of death. Lily summoned the phoenix to bring fire back to the village. It was beautiful. People looked at him with admiration. Rachel was happy to see the fire magic. Tyler wants to figure out the situation on his own, so while he's on the case, he wants to study old books for information. Kyle was surprised when the guy called Lily's father his father-in-law, even though the wedding hadn't happened yet. Lily is amazed because the guy spent a lot of time searching for information in old books, but he was unable to find anything useful. Tyler thinks that the dark magician destroyed all the information because the necessary pages were torn out of the books. The girl understands that the sorcerer had foreseen everything so that no one could resist him. She thought that she would be able to find more information. The guy collected all the books he could find. The girl thinks that there might be more books in Rachel's library. Tyler isn't sure about that because no family would want to keep books like that. The guy remembered that the girl came from another world, so she does not know the whole history of this empire. All the archives were destroyed when dark magic was banned. Books could be kept, but people themselves wanted to get rid of them so as not to arouse suspicion. Tyler felt great because he was able to tell the girl something new. He envied her because of her knowledge about the future. Lily never gives up hope that Rachel's family might hold some useful information. She thinks they might have at least one book. Tyler thinks it's something to ask about. Lily was right. Rachel found the necessary books that contained information about dark magic. The couple received the book with all its pages. Tyler assumed that the sorcerer did not know about the existence of this copy, which is why it survived. A couple of centuries ago, a dark mage forced a member of the imperial family to surrender their soul, which led to the summoning of the god of death, which put the empire in danger. A man from Rachel's clan was able to imprison the god of death, but he had to give his life to do so. Tyler read that to break the seal, one must voluntarily give up one's life, and the body of a powerful monster is also required. The guy understood what all these experiments in the tower were for. He found the continuation of the story. He said that it was necessary to find 100 souls of people who possessed elemental magic. The last man's wish must be fulfilled for the shackles to fall, without which the god of death will not gain his true power. Tyler is angry because the girl's words are coming true. He knows that a happy ending awaits them, but he doesn't want the god of death to appear at all. Lily was once again convinced that the events of her story coincided with the original. She understands that the dark magician has decided to summon the god of death at any cost, so he will find the Empress wherever she is hidden. The girl is disappointed because the original did not indicate the location of the magician, so now they suffer because of his search. Lily thought about arranging a meeting between Kyle and his mother because the most important thing to her is that her son is happy. The guy liked the idea, but he understands that without evidence of the connection between the former Empress and the dark magician, she will deny everything. Kyle has been deeply hurt by his mother's actions, so he won't want to interact with her again after she banishes him. The girl agreed with this. She understands that the prince is going through hard times due to the betrayal of his loved one. Tyler says they've gone too far to turn a blind eye to it. He needs time to think things through. He needs a good plan. Lily thinks that the dark magician is hunting the Empress to get her soul. Rachel did not suspect that the books contained such information. The girl said that they had not yet reported the problem to Kyle. Lily conveyed the Duke's words that the prince should not know the whole picture yet. Rachel said they had no evidence that the dark mage had already met with Rihanna. Lily agrees with her, so she tries to be on guard so as not to miss anything. She asked Rachel not to tell the prince anything. Aiden came to the Duke with bad news. Tyler wants to make sure it's true. The assistant is absolutely sure that he informed the Duke about the former Empress's connection with the dark magician. The guy was told that she tried to contact him. Tyler was not happy to hear this news. Kyle refuses to believe that his mother tried to contact the dark magician. He is infuriated by the confidence with which the Duke speaks when he has no hard evidence. The boy listened to the prince, who was confident that overthrow and exile were enough to prevent disaster. The prince cannot forgive her. He does not understand why the Duke is pressing on his sore spot. Tyler said he didn't mean to hurt him. He wouldn't have come here if he wasn't sure of what he was saying. Kyle listened as the Duke spoke about the dark mage's intentions to summon the god of death. He didn't know what to answer. The Duke said that this required a soul of noble birth, so it would be too late when the Empress met the mage. A dark magician can easily take over a woman's mind to get what he wants because she has lost everything she had. Tyler said that his mother tried to contact the dark magician more than once. She did it many times. He is sure that the people will be unhappy if they find out how the exiled Empress got involved with the dark magician. Kyle needs to meet his mother and calm her down so that the angry people don't demand that she be beheaded. The guy is not going to meet her because little time has passed. He asks the Duke to go to her himself to convince her to give up her relationship with the magician. The Duke understands why the prince does not want to see his mother. He asks him not to forget that he is the heir to the throne. Tyler told him that sometimes the interests of the empire must come first. The prince must calm the Empress, who was cowering in a corner. Kyle mustn't let his mother make another mistake. Only he has a chance to fix everything. The guy won't report to His Majesty that the deposed Empress is trying to meet with the dark magician. He asks Kyle to think carefully. He needs to make a decision so that the situation can be corrected. Rachel revealed that the Empire had declared a state of emergency in preparation for a dark mage strike, and that Kyle had met with his mother. Lily is glad that the prince made the right decision, because thanks to this meeting the woman calmed down. The girl wonders how her friend is doing now that many people have come to the Empire to defend the territory. Everything was fine with her. The only problem was preparing for the ceremony of appointing the head of the family. She said that her brother had decided to take over as head of the family, and Rachel wanted to send him to Madame Page to pick out a dress for the event. The guy listened as his fiancée was asked to join him for lunch in the city, and as Lily agreed to meet her. Lily didn't expect the guy to eavesdrop on her. He was asking where she was going to go in such a situation. The girl reminded that she was not prohibited from going out into the city. She would return home immediately after meeting with Rachel. She promised the guy that she would return early, safe and sound. Lily said that Greg would go with her. The guy continued to remain silent, which made the girl feel awkward. Tyler agreed with her. He would not interfere with the girl. She doesn't understand why the guy didn't argue with her and quickly agreed to let her go. The guy is happy with the chosen day for the walk, because he is going to the capital himself and will be able to protect the girl in an emergency. Madame Page is happy to create dresses for the appointment of the head of the family. Rachel didn't plan to meet the girl because of her choice of dress. She wanted to go for a walk with her. Lily asks not to apologize to her. She asked for forgiveness for not thanking the girl for helping with the plague in the north. Rachel didn't help for the reward, but she still enjoyed receiving thanks. The girl believes that it is time to change the rule that only the highest nobility can wear custom-made dresses. Madame Page offered Greg to become a model because she looked like a work of art. Lily didn't know that this rule was created by the previous empress. Rachel said that Madame Page's dresses were impeccable, so not everyone could wear them. She warned that the changes would not happen anytime soon, and besides, the girl thought that the nobility would also express dissatisfaction. The knights are tired of monitoring the situation. They don't see any threat. Another said that they were standing here because of his lordship's orders, because the dark mage was going to attack them. One of them decided to go to bed. The other didn't like this idea because the management might conduct an inspection. They started arguing and didn't notice how a projectile flew towards them. The girls felt the ground shake. Lily thought that a monster had attacked the Empire. She went outside and saw flying monsters. The girl is sure that they were sent by a dark magician. Lily knows that these are monsters of the highest order. She doesn't understand why there are so many of them here. Greg asks the girl to hide behind her because it is not safe here. Lily asked her to take Rachel and Paige to a safe place. Rachel wanted to fight alongside her friend, but Greg wouldn't let her pass. The girl felt dark magic. She is sure that these monsters act at the will of the magician. Lily created a shield to protect herself from the dark magic. She had no intention of leaving. There were many monsters. They were intent on destroying everything in their path. Lily is going to fight side by side with Greg. The girl asks her to hide and wait for the knights to arrive. The girl understands that the empire could be destroyed if she does not help. Greg knows the Duke will scold her because she didn't protect the girl. The knight walked forward. Lily summoned fire to attack the monsters.